to a Verizon store yesterday, and first of all, it was just super empty, right? But not like empty, like nobody was there. There was like a few people. There was like an old guy. There was a bunch of old people there. There was a girl getting her first phone with her mom, and there was some guy buying a prepaid phone. And I was just looking around, and I was looking at the Galaxies, and then I was looking at the iPhones at the same time. But then some guy came up to me, and he said, "All right, excuse me, sir. Can I get your phone number?" I was like, so I gave him my phone number, and he's like, "Sorry, we don't see you. Can I get your name?" And I gave him my name, and he's like, "All right, I'll have someone talk to you later." And so I was like, "All right, I guess I'll just wait." So I sat down by the chair, and one old guy came to me, and he said, "I wish I can just walk in and just grab my stuff and buy it, because I'm just trying to get a charger for my damn phone."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I know."
Yeah.
I just want to go. So then he's like, "Jeez," and he walked away. And then, were you supposed to sign in or something? I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's why." And he left the store, and I'm just like, "Bro, come back, just sign in."
Wait, the guy who came for the charger?
Yeah, the guy that I just wanted to buy the charger, he just came in and left.
But he didn't get the charger.
No, the man just dipped.
Wow, nice.
So then also, I'm still waiting for like someone to like talk to me about what phone I want. And all of a sudden, another person comes to me. This time, it's an old lady, and this lady asks me, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a dog?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh no.
So I say no. So I expect her to like go away after I say no.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess with her being old and stuff, she didn't give a shit. So she just kept going on anyway. And she said, "Well, I want to talk about just recommend this dog food. I forgot what it was called. I didn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was called like dog food plus or something. All I know that it had like special ingredients, and she talked about how some dude's dog died. I'm just like, this is too much. This is all for dogs.
Because the dog didn't eat the
dog didn't
food
eat the
plus.
Food. It died. The food plus it died.
Oh wow, bro.
And it's like, I came here for a phone, not dog food, fam. Go away.
Yeah. Push her away.
Yeah. So then finally, eventually some guy came to me and said, "Oh, excuse me, sir, you're looking for a phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking for
Oh no, shit. Yeah.
like,
well, what do you think I was coming for?
I was like, "Yeah, I just came here to just stand around."
Yeah, just stand around. I
Just
like
to
the scenery.
just to look broke.
Yeah.
So then I asked him. I was really debating. It's like, should I stick with Android or just switch it up to Apple? So then I was like, "Do you have the iPhone 7?" Because it was $550, on the retail price full if I pay for it full. But I wanted to see if I can pay for the monthly plan. Turns out you have to have the good credits if you want to get to do the monthly plan, but you get to pay for the phone cheaper.
Okay.
So then, as the dude's like scanning my ID and I'm like registering for the whole like credit thing to see if I'm good, I'm just like, my credit's probably bad, so it's probably not gonna go well. So I'm just looking at the screen, and then all of a sudden, when he presses the enter button, it's like green and it says I'm approved, and I'm just like, I have good credit, and I'm like,
I even know.
I'm like, roll with it. So then, he said, "Yeah, you can get the 7, the 8, or even the X." I'm just like, I'll wait. I'll get the X some other day, not today.
Yeah,
I'll take
X
the
too expensive.
yeah, X too expensive. X gonna give it to you some
X
other
is gonna,
day.
yeah.
So
He's in jail.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
No.
Shit.
I
He
don't-
failed some like he failed like a drug test or something.
Oh my.
So he's back in jail now.
Oh.
It's okay. He'll be back out, I think.
What?
And then he'll get confused about technology once again,
Yeah, he'll come back out again.
just like that one time.
Whatever. So, I just stuck with the 8 Plus, and what the phone I only had to pay $90. But what scared me so much was that with the way the dude paused the sentence, he's like, "Now the phone costs $800." So I'm just like, so am I paying? How much am I paying, fam? Like, how much you want to hit me with, bro? So I only had to pay $90, and he was like, "Yo, are you a student?" He's like, "Well, I plan on getting back into college eventually."
Mhm.
He's like, "Well, I can give you the iPad for $260," and I'm just like, I might as well get it now than never, or get it now, get it out the way, so I don't have to worry about it later. So then I got the iPad. Tax came up to $275.
Yeah.
And after everything, I had to walk home. It was like only like a 10-minute walk, but I was like fast walking over there. I didn't trust no one around me. Like all I had was I didn't have my backpack. All I had was a Verizon bag with an iPad and an iPhone 8 Plus in it.
Yeah, that's right. You don't trust nobody.
So I speed rush. Every person I saw around me, even the kids. It's like, hey, it's like get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, get away from me.
Get away from me.
I know you want this.
Yeah. So then I went home. I set everything up. I downloaded Dissidia Operator on it on the iPad, and I downloaded the screen recorder for on the computer. So I was test streaming
for the pad.
Yeah, on the iPad I was test streaming it. I don't know if I don't know if you saw it the other day, but I
did. I was at work.
Yeah,
I was at work. I just saw the thing. I saw the notification. I was just like, what's going on here? And at my work, like I was by myself, so I was like, yeah, let me check it out real quick, because there ain't no manager, nobody to tell me to be like, no, go back to work. So, or I mean, I have a manager and stuff, but they all went home.
Yeah,
I had to close. So I tried to check that out, and when I went on it, it was just like, nah, it's over. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah,
I guess I'm done.
Yeah, it was only 40 minutes. It was just a test because I was hanging out with Santi and Tony that day. So everything I was had to open. Everything was going well. It's like the game was running on 60 frames on the iPad, but the screen recorder was a little bit choppy. But then looking at it on Twitch, it's like it doesn't look like it's running not too bad, but like it's not like doesn't look like it's lagging, but it's just like the screen recorder. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, technology, bro. It can be difficult sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much
nice.
my upgrade day.
Yeah, your upgrade day. Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
This is, as you can tell, the 2 A's in a podcast. Your hosts with the mosts. That sounds lame.
That has no goats. Bah.
No. I wish I had a goat, bro. Well, actually, no. I don't know about goats. Is it goats or is it sheeps?
Both.
I don't know. One of I think goats, bro. They have some evil ass eyes, bro. Yeah, they have some Satan ass eyes, bro. I don't fuck with goats.
Goats are the scary.
I remember, like if you look up goat eyes,
it's like toad eyes, bro.
Like, are they?
It's like not. It's like the nard, like the
yeah, like the frog shit, bro.
The frog, like
weird. But on a goat, it's a lot scarier, bro. It's like that's some devil ass shit, bro. Stay away. I'd kick a goat if I could. If it came up to me.
Get away from me, you Jersey devil.
I'm not saying that I abuse animals. I'm just saying if a goat came up to me looking at me.
Looking like a Jersey devil.
Yeah, like I'm just going to have to get away from it. Or it's going to have to, or it's going to have to get away from me. So I'm Anthony. And
I'm Adrian.
That's Adrian. And we're here to do a podcast. This is the very first number one. Uno.
Yeah, numero uno.
Yeah. So that just knowing that it's gonna be a good fun ride.
It's gonna be a good
because this is the first time we were doing anything like this. So just bear with us if things get rough, as it were. Hopefully during as time goes on, things get better.
Yeah, I mean, it's just having conversations. I mean, it's just like it's just conversations we would have just now that we're just doing it live. Yeah. Recorded. So okay.
I mean, it makes me feel the weird, but it's fine. Hopefully it gets better over time, or hopefully it gets worse over time. It depends on what you like.
What it is.
If you like it good or you like it bad. But yeah, so we're doing the podcast thing, and I guess we'll start off with what we've been doing. So how these podcasts are gonna work, I'm not entirely sure how they're gonna work right now. If you continue listening to the podcast, we'll update you guys on certain things, such as what's going on the channel, and if there's anything new on the channel. If we need to take breaks or anything like that, and and as time goes on, we might change the structure of the podcast, or we might add like different segments to the podcast. Uh, so just keep listening, and you'll understand. You'll get updated. Um, so like I guess for now we'll start off with oh shit yeah, so what I was gonna say was that for now I think we're gonna do a podcast pretty much every like month ish. Um, as for now, because there's a lot to do, and in our human lives here.
Yeah,
Uh,
and there's a lot of information coming out. So of course it's gonna be like at the end of every month. So everything that we'll be talking about in the left will already be discussed and already been like concluded. But
mhm.
there'll be stuff like it can still come back to the light and there'll be like updates to it. So
Yeah,
that's pretty much where we come in. Yada yada.
yeah. So pretty much we'll just be discussing like gaming stuff that's been going on like within the past month,
Hmm.
and just our general opinion on it. Uh, and you know, like I said, we are busy people. Well, not really busy, but we do have things to do,
Hmm.
such as work and such, and working on the YouTube. And so like we can't do this like every week or anything, because it does take time to sit down and edit, and and record these, um but well, for now every month is probably what we're going for. And maybe down the line we can maybe do it more frequently, maybe. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. um yeah, so like I said, we'll generally just be talking about like stuff that's been it's been going on in the news in gaming for the most part, and our general opinion about it. And yeah, and we'll be talking about updates and stuff on the channel. And what we've been kind of doing, I guess, like these past months. uh I mean, generally I don't do much, but who knows, yeah. uh Things change, sometimes. Other months are busier than others. So uh yeah, so we'll just start off right now. Adrian,
Uh
how's your month, man? What did you do? Did you read the mangas, the animes? Well,
um.
you can't read anime, but you
Yeah,
play the
that'll
games.
be some awesome. In terms of manga, I've been reading a lot of manga. Okay, what's the one? Oh, there's this new horror one that's out called Jin Man. It's about animal. Okay, so this is gonna be really like freaky, right? Animals killing people, but they have human faces.
Okay, so what we're going with is that
It's
um
a horror with
okay,
like animals killing people with human faces.
animals killing. So,
The
like, are we
animals
talking about
have
like
real human faces.
anthropomorph, like like animals standing on two legs
No,
and
no,
shit,
no,
like
no, no, no,
fucking.
no, no, no. Like
Oh, like
animals, like as
like
is.
regular. Okay.
Yeah, regular animals,
Oh, we're
but
going.
with
Yeah.
human faces, bro.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Like,
Okay.
if you're looking at a grown man, the grown man's looking at you.
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
okay. So these animals are going around killing people
Yeah, killing people.
for their faces.
No,
Oh, just killing them
killing them.
for no reason.
I can no. Let me show you. Let me show you right now.
Okay.
Uh,
So Adrian is going to show
I'm
me.
going to show him what these nasty animals look like, dude.
Okay, please. So like, is that the whole thing? Is just them killing people and that's
Yeah,
it?
like the beginning of the manga starts off with the main character, like it begins with the main character just going to the zoo to go meet like his child, like his favorite elephant that he knew since he was a child. But then all of a sudden there's some strange outbreak, and when he saw the elephant just he had a face,
Yeah, yeah, human face.
human face.
Okay.
Now let me show you. I really don't want to keep reading this, but like it's so good, but I don't want to keep going because it's so creepy.
Because it's creeping. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
these faces are real.
I understand that
it's
feeling,
really
bro.
detailed. Hold on, I wanna show you a good one.
Okay. Is it like well, I mean, I get it, like manga always does, like when it comes to manga, usually a lot of it like it depends on the style.
Mhm.
Usually more horror type mangas, are they have like they always have like extra like detail to like certain like gore and faces, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To express how like, how horror-ish it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like of course, something like this I would only assume that it would have like freaky ass faces and like disturbing like images, as it were, because, of all places, Japan, one of the weirdest. But that's why we love it. That's why we love the Japan.
Yeah. It's but while I'm looking for this, I've also been reading also another one called, I know me and Casey talk about it in the Kick Chat, called Goblin Slayer.
Okay.
That's pretty much like a medieval type thing with like got like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of setting and stuff, and it's really violent and very very sexual. Because goblins be the goblins be getting in them guts, bro. Like no BS.
Oh god. Oh, so it's one of those.
Yeah.
Very diligent.
All right, so dude.
Okay. Adrian is now showing me a picture of the animal. Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
See, so he saw that.
All right, so yeah, he showed me a picture of a panel of a giraffe. Wait, how like what chapter is this, bro?
This is chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Okay, so it's not like
It's not. It's
legit, like,
it's like 9 chapters in.
like yeah, you can get in real quick. So no spoilers here, or not much of a spoiler
not
really,
yet.
since it's like right at the beginning. But yeah, he showed me a panel in the manga of a giraffe with a human ass face, kind of like a Titan's face, to be honest.
Yeah.
From Attack on Titan.
Pretty much.
And what it seemed to be is that it was it was like grabbing it had a child, bro.
It had an arm.
Or yeah, it had something in its mouth. It was just walking away, bro. Like the way it was kind of drawn.
Actually,
like
here's a better one, and this is
Okay.
even creepier.
Yeah, 'cause the way the giraffe was drawn, it was like all like when it was walking, it had that blur effect, which is interesting, and that kind of like was like oh wow.
Yeah, that's even.
Yeah, it's just it's like some type of fucking deer, and it has a face and
a guy, like a normal man.
yeah, a normal man, and it's just walking off. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I was actually reading this in the dark yesterday. I was actually getting creeped out. Like, I don't want to read this, and I was scared to look anywhere else. I'm like, it's in the dark. Like, I was getting paranoid. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to read this some other time.
Yeah.
In a lighter setting. Probably when I'm on the bus where people are around me.
Yeah. It's like, hey, look.
So I can feel easy.
It's like, hey, guys, look what I'm reading.
Also, yeah, like, so, hey, you want to see, like, some creepy deer face?
Yeah. Get that shit away from me, bro.
Like, bitch, can't you see? Get the fuck
away from me.
So that's one.
Okay.
And then Goblin Slayer, which is also getting an anime adaptation. I don't know when it's coming out. I have to look more into that. But it's also getting an adaptation, which me and Casey were talking about before, that with the way it is, because it's with the etchiness, I guess I'll say that, because there's
rape, right?
Yeah, there's rape. The goblins rape. So I'm questioning, like,
yeah.
I know they're not gonna actually animate it,
that,
so it's gonna be at least like a still image of like a bright screen or something happening to the girls.
What they'll probably do is, when it comes to Japan, it's like it's so weird because when it comes to censoring, they're kind of like they're either all in or they back down super hard.
It's either they're all in, it's either they'll go all in or they'll go to some part of the other part of the web. They won't really release it to the public for.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Is like they'll back down super hard, in which like what I assume, since it's anime, and when it comes to anime, they really censor it, unless it's like. Unless they put it on DVD or they're like legit, they're like, all right, this right here, this is uncensored. You know what I mean? but they'll always make the part where it is censored, and of course, they'll censor it because it, like I said, it is Japan, and especially it is anime, in which it is like it's like I mean, manga is like it's media as well, you know what I mean? But like anime is more. What I feel is that anime is more in the public eye,
Yeah.
and it's on TV and stuff, especially, and that's the reason why, because like manga is like is a it could be on it's a book, or you can read it on a tablet or something of the sort, but like anime is especially in Japan, of course, it's aired on TV, you know what I mean? So if they're gonna have this on TV, they can't just have like your kid walk in and be like nandayo, and then like we see a rape scene, you know what I mean? Like like it just doesn't work that way.
What is that?
So they'll probably censor it like heavily, you know what I mean?
They'll probably put a bunch of black bars.
A lot of black bars, or just
have
most
like
of
I
the
said,
screen
like black.
will probably be
just,
black.
Just be black or a still image
or something. Yeah, like a still image that is black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That type of thing. It's like, I mean, like they're real heavy on the censoring, especially like if if you ever saw the anime of JoJo Part 3. When Jotaro, it was just Jotaro smoking.
Mm-hmm.
But since he's a high school boy and he was smoking, it's like, oh no, we can't show that. So they put a black bar over his like mouth, so they couldn't show him. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I no, the fucking Windows.
Yep.
They put a black bar over his mouth to
Really, I never noticed that.
Yeah, to because he was smoking, and because he was a high school, quote unquote, high school boy. So let me take this off. What is this?
No.
Oh, this is fucking
Go away.
go away. How do I get rid of this?
Click the arrow.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, but like so yeah, they're probably just gonna censor it hard. So
Another manga I've been reading. I'm not gonna pronounce the Japanese text, but it's called The Promised Neverland. It's
Promise
The Promised Neverland.
Okay.
It's 80. It's 80. I think it's 80 chapters in right now. I'm on chapter 75, and it's a really deep. I like the story. It's really deep and complex, because it's like it starts off with like all happy with like kids in an orphanage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a bunch of kids, like the main character, her name's Emma. There's three main characters: Emma, Ray, and Norman. So they're the three main big kids, right? So it's like that story in the orphanage. It's the three main big kids and the rest of the other little kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're the three main big kids, and they live in this orphanage. So they have to they do all like the chores and stuff, and then from time to time they have to take these tests, right?
In the orphanage.
Yeah, in the orphanage, they have to take these tests, and when they get high scores, I guess they get points or whatever, or like they get good grades, and this is where the story gets this is where stuff goes tits up, and pretty much the whole plot altogether is that these kids are not being like sent like to homes. They're getting sent to like get eaten by demons and stuff.
Yeah.
And so far how far in the manga is, it's like it gets really well. There's a lot of deep shit happens. I don't really want to spoil, but I recommend reading it for real. Okay. And I was actually surprised that Pop Team Epic, the manga continued. Yeah. Since it got really hype, because all of a sudden, because I remember I read the final chapter, and then all of a sudden I wasn't reading manga for a while because I was waiting for like a lot of manga to stack up to read again. So because I was tired of waiting for one update.
Yeah, I know. It's bro.
Like, all right, time to read. Only 20 pages. All right. I'll come back in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I wish it would be like manga that would be like 60 chapters. I'd be like, all right, this is worth waiting a while for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So I didn't. All of a sudden, I see a few more chapters of Pot Team Epic, and then I was reading. I was saying like, this doesn't look like the characters from the panel. And then all of a sudden, there's one extra panel that it shows the girl, and it's the girl with the orange hair. I forgot their names.
Yeah.
But it's the girl with the orange hair, and I see the next panel. So like, you know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna continue this shitty manga again. So it's back on serialization. I'm just like, awesome. It's back. And the last one, the one I got hyped for. Pretty much what made my maestro of the manga was the newest Berserk chapter.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty much that I know everyone probably saw coming, but
it's been going on.
But finally everyone's can be at rest now.
Everyone can be at rest.
Yeah, finally their mission the mission's been complete. Now they can continue the story.
The actual plot.
The actual plot now. The side quest has been completed.
Oh, nice, bro.
The side quest has been completed.
That's good. That means they're actually progressing.
They can progress with the story.
No more filler.
No more filler. There's still a little bit more. Something happened. There's still a little bit more to continue, but after that, there no more side quests. They'll continue the main quest now.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, it's about time. Oh.
Yeah, I've been here. Cause like I remember the only thing I remember here was like the whole boat thing about Berserk.
Yeah, that's
which is like
where they left off.
Yeah,
and that's when
it's
like
they were on the
like
boat for like forever.
Hiatus.
Yeah, and it's just like, when are they just gonna get off the boat?
Yeah, and they never did. And then finally, it's like, yo,
like,
Berserk's coming back.
Yeah,
and it's funny because like I favorited like his other mangas.
The author.
Yeah, the author, his other manga, and it's funny because he makes other ones, and I seen like the comments of those. It's like, oh, if you have time to make this, you can make Berserk. I'm just like, yo.
Yeah, it's like, chill, bro. Hold on,
bro. Let him like.
Yeah, Berserk's not
it's like,
the only thing.
like because I'm a Berserk fan. But it's like
I know
I can blame. It's like because of the hardcore fans is what made the author uninterested in Berserk now.
Yeah.
Because
well, that's the thing is like when you're a creator, bro, and you make something that you like, you know what I mean? Obviously, the goal of making something, you know, being a creator is you make something that you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you do, and when other people like it, they're, you know, they like it as much as you, or even, you know, obviously more. And when you do have fans who like your thing, I mean, that makes you feel great. But at the same time, it's like if there's a lot of people that like it, you know, a lot, like that's all they want from you, then but you still want to, you know, work on it and still make other things. That's when it becomes a problem, because it's like, you know, like, because you want to explore and do other things and make other things than just that one thing, you know what I mean? And when you have other people just yelling and screaming and like, oh, where's my shit, you know? And it's just like, well, I mean, I have this other thing. No, I don't care about that. I want this, you know? And it's just like, it really sucks, because then the creator's like, I mean, y'all are just making it harder for me to really go back, because, you know, all you guys keep putting this pressure on me and having these expectations of me. And it's like, you know, obviously there is expectations to be met for a certain thing, but like, you're really pushing it to like a limit of me not wanting to come back because you guys bother me so much about it, you know? And I just want to work on my one thing, you know? And that's a lot of, you know, a lot of creators have to deal with those type of people, you know what I mean? Some understand, you know what I mean? I would assume, like, you know, like you and me, like we're like, oh, we like this one thing, but we understand if you want to do something else, you know? Or, you know, if you want to take a break, you know? That's understandable. But there's some people who just don't understand because, you know, they're big child babies. I mean, I'm a big child baby too, but not as much as them, you know.
Not as much as the next
one. Not as much as them complaining about, I want this thing and I want it now.
Like, I want my Berserk.
Yeah, give me my Berserk, yeah. Like you know, like pretty much like kind of like, well, I was gonna say Kojima, but I mean that was more like Konami asking for him to. That was pretty much Konami asking for him to continue, because, you know, it you know, Metal Gear is a very popular series and it makes the money, so
the money.
So yeah, I understand why he feels that way. But yeah, is that.
And then pretty much lastly, the last of this podcast recording, I went to the mall with Santi and Tony and went to the GameStops.
Yeah.
And I bought the Kirby Star Allies. I didn't play it yet. It's in my car.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably play it when I get home.
Yeah, because I was thinking about buying that too. Because I was like, because I don't really play Kirby games, but honestly, Kirby's a good series, man.
It's good. It's like I played
Uh,
back. I did play it. I did, even though I didn't really own that many like Nintendo handhelds like that.
yeah.
Anytime I hung out
Well,
with someone that had a Kirby game, I always managed to play it somehow.
Yeah.
And then when I discovered emulators, then I was able
Then
to
I
get
was like,
more
well,
on it.
I'm
Like,
gonna get my work in.
Let me get on this.
Yeah, let me get on this.
Let me get in like Birdman real quick. It's like, but yeah, but the Kirby games, yeah, they're really fun. I can't honestly, well, as much as like, well, as much as I wanted to say Kirby's pretty underrated compared to like Mario, Zelda, and Metroid.
You say that, but
Yeah,
what about
Yoshi?
Yoshi?
I know I say that, and then I say then there's like the homie Yoshi, man.
Yeah, Yoshi's even more underrated.
Like who?
What's that? I mean, everybody knows who Yoshi is because he's been in the Mario series, but like
he's not in terms of his games. He's not out there. It's like the only thing you can talk to him about for is pretty much Yoshi's Island for SNES.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much like.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
No one talks about the other ones.
Mm-hmm. It's like the only thing is like, yo, bro, Yoshi's Woolly World. The fuck is that?
Fucking.
What the hell is that?
It's his game.
Yeah, I mean,
He's getting. He has another one coming.
Yeah, it's another woolly. It's another wool one, right?
Nah, it's more like kind of like cardboardish now.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
I mean, pick your material.
Pick your material.
The same
What's
little,
it gonna be?
The same Little Big Planet, bro.
I think they wanted to do that because they're having Nintendo's having their Labo thing. So like, how about we make a game about cardboard?
Cardboard's like,
yeah, because we're gonna make our own our fucking
y'all just paper shit.
just make we're just gonna make cardboard out of everything. We're gonna sell millions. They done it. Nintendo has finally done it.
Nintendo's nothing but a recycling bin, bro.
Oh yeah, just the way I like my Nintendo.
Become a recycling bin.
Hey man, they're ahead of their game, bro.
I guess
they've transcended.
If that's the future.
And I would assume Nintendo has transcended.
Next, they're about to be like paper mache Wiimotes, bro.
Don't put it in the water.
Oh no!
It'll short circuit and it'll fucking disintegrate.
Yeah, and I also I pre-ordered Super Smash Bros. The guy asked me. It's funny because I was talking about this.
I didn't even knew that was possible.
I didn't even know he talked about the Switch. I was surprised he offered it. He offered it to me.
Here, have a free Switch.
He was like, yo, you getting Smash Bros? I'm just like,
I was like, well, who isn't?
Who isn't? He's like, you want to pre-order it? I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, gonna be a midnight release? He's like, oh yeah, definitely. I'm like, what do you mean there's not gonna be a midnight? And then he asks his friend next to him, he's like, hey, yeah, man, it's gonna be a midnight release? He's like, yeah, there's gonna be a midnight release? He's like, yeah, possibly. I'm like, that's all. What do you mean? What
do you mean possibly?
It's Smash.
Smash Brothers.
If there's no midnight release, there's no point in coming here. I might as well show up the next day.
I mean, Smash is popular, bro. What do you mean there's no midnight release?
There better be I better be see people fighting for these copies.
Yeah.
I mean, not fighting me in particular, but
yeah.
like I better see see two people fighting for their copies.
Fight for their Smash.
Yeah, fighting for the Smash in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But there'll be that one guy to take it seriously, like,
he's like, I got my Smash Ball.
Yeah, and like he'll fuck him up.
And pulls out a bat.
Like, wait, hold on, that's real.
Like,
so where's security in the taser, bro?
Mia.
Where's the security in the taser, dude?
No, he's not there yet.
He's camping.
He's on
camping.
break.
He's camping on break.
Yeah, he's on his break.
Yeah, ain't coming back. Yeah, that's pretty much my March.
That's cool. What do you? Speaking of Smash, I don't even think. Well, actually, it kind of is. But no, actually, we'll talk about it when we bring it up on the docket. But that's cool. That's good. So that's what you've been up to?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, cool. Well, how about you, Casper? What have you been doing? All right, cool. So I guess it's my turn. Fucking just air.
That was his whole paragraph.
Yeah, that nice, bro. I never knew you actually liked that stuff. Yeah. So I guess Adrian's done, so it's my turn. So like I was actually telling Adrian before this podcast, because we were discussing about how we wanted to kind of structure this podcast, because we never done this before. But after we came with the idea of talking about our month, I guess. And the problem with me is like I don't do much particularly. A lot of the time I'm either just working or I'm just sleeping or But I mean there is a couple of things I can talk about. So Well, first of all, I like to talk about the fact that a couple of days ago I was going to one, right? Uh, and I was at a stoplight. Some guy, some guy, like just all of a sudden he poked his head out the window, right? It was in the back seat, right? I was like, whoa! It scared me. I was like, oh wow, okay, you're just gonna do that, huh? And all of a sudden, like 5 seconds later, I was like, this man kind of reminds me of like a dog sticking his head out a window. And then like 5 seconds after I thought about that, he just vomited.
Oh my god.
Just right on the street, and I was like,
oh my god.
that's nice. And just to let you guys know, I was like, my car was like right behind theirs. Like, it didn't get on my car, thank God. But I was right behind the car, so I obviously had the front view. You know what I mean? I had the front seat, and I saw that man, and he just vomited all on the road there, and I was like, that's nice. And I tried to swerve that because I wasn't trying to get down my tires, and. And I thought I'd just say that because it was just funny.
What color was it? Chunky looking?
Okay. I couldn't really tell because I mean, it seemed like it was just like.
Was it like the default like?
It was green. It was green. It was green. So I don't know what the fuck he ate, but like, if y'all don't like that, I'm sorry, but I thought I we gonna talk about vomit. We're gonna talk about some nasty ass shit. But yeah, that was just one thing I thought I'd mention, since that usually believe it or not, that usually doesn't happen to me.
Not really.
I usually don't catch sight of that. So if I do, I have to tell at least one person, if not everybody. So that was that was nice. But yeah, so there was that. Let's see here. I've been watching a couple of the animes. Now, see, the problem with me is I'm not good with the pronunciations. If you're out here expecting me to be like pronouncing these Japanese names, it's gonna be hard. I mean, I can try, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah. One of the animes is I mean, obviously I've been watching the current seasons, and a lot of them are coming to an end. Let's see here. I finished up goddamn, I'm trying to think of because like I said, I'm not good with the names. Like there's the one about the candy.
The candy shop.
Yeah. Damn. What was it called? Like Dachi.
Kadashi Dashi. I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like,
Dashi.
hold on here.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, cause I'm trying to. Is it? Yeah. Okay. I didn't want to use my phone because I had the timer going, but yeah. So it's called like Dagashi Kashi 2. It's like the second season of it.
Yeah, the candy show.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I'm gonna be real here. I'm an American man who can barely even speak English. So like Japan like Japanese like names in English, I'm gonna butcher.
What kind of American are you?
Real bad. Well, I'm not a very good one. So pardon me if my my Japanese isn't up to par. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, I finished that. It was good. It was fun. It's a I know you don't like them as much, but I watch. I like the slice of life.
It's like I'm slowly trying to get into slice of life.
I mean,
it's
but I mean, to be honest, like slice of life and like I mean, that's just such a like general like thing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's a slice of life. It's like, but everyone has a life.
Everyone has a
So
life,
what's the slice of, you know? Everyone has a life. Like so shouldn't every anime be a slice of life generally? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Because if it's all about life, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro.
yeah, it's weird how that's like like most of the anime community.
Yeah,
low-key.
yeah. It's yeah, I mean it's also a comedy and whatnot, and you know, I tend to watch, you know, a lot of those, I guess, kinda. I mean, generally I watch, you know, other stuff as well, like, you know, the popular shit like the Attack on Titans, the JoJos and stuff like that. But you know, when those aren't happening, what do you watch? You know, I watch those.
Honestly, for real, I know, I know it's like part 5 is like I guess considered the weakest one. I have the feeling. I say it would probably.
So they say.
So
We're
they
talking
say,
about JoJo here.
Yeah, JoJo. Like I say that if most, they should probably just movie it for real. Movie part 5. Pass by that.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't really. Well, that's gonna have to be like a 4-part movie. You know what I mean? I would assume. I don't know because I haven't read the manga, but like JoJo's kind of long, bro.
Yeah, but it's in terms of like the actions of like the whole events of part 5. It's not really like I said before, like a while ago. It's like it's not really. Like, I know people watch this, but like, oh, fuck you, what are you talking about, man? Don't talk shit about my JoJo.
I'll beat you with my stand.
Yeah, I'll beat you with my stand. I'll say whatever the F I want, dude. But anyway, it's like, I feel part 5 story is like, kind of like, irrelevant, really. It's like, it's not really like.
Still a JoJo.
Still a JoJo, yeah, but it's not really like connected. It's like, you see most of the characters in the beginning, and then it's Gianna with this gang. And they're just trying to be like the number one and protect the girl.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's still a JoJo.
It's still a JoJo.
But I mean, they could make a movie. Like, I don't know, they can do whatever they want. To be honest.
Yeah, for real. Like,
I mean, if they want to make a movie, they can. But like I said, it depends on how much, because like. Either it's got to be like a 4-part movie or some shit, you know, or like 5-part maybe, because I don't know how long it's gonna take. Is either that to you know, within a 2 to 3 hour like movie maybe, I don't know. That seems pretty fucking long.
Yeah, they can get in probably like 2 parts.
Maybe like an hour and a half ish, maybe 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know, make a lot of parts with the movie. Or they're gonna have to cut a lot of stuff out. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing is like when you put something into a movie, even like an anime too. Sometimes you have to cut things.
Actually,
out.
Not even a movie for real. Just what I had it completely wrong. An OVA. I'm sorry.
Oh, like wow. Yeah. Okay. OVA is like a whole different thing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't think even like. Like I said, I haven't read part 5.
Yeah, that'd be like 3 episodes right there.
Like I don't, you know, but I feel like an OVA could. I don't think an OVA would do it. To be honest, I think it would actually, if anything, a movie or an actual just another, you know, anime, you know, of its own. You know what I mean? But yeah, I watched the candy shit and and it was good. It was fun. Yeah, a lot of those animes that I kind of watch. I'm just like, it's not really like, it's not deep or anything. You know what I mean? It's just for fun. You know what I mean? Obviously, because the comedies, it's funny. Yeah, it's like that. You know, pretty much there's not really much to say about it besides that like I like it or I don't like it, and is it's fun or not, you know, and that, you know, that show was fun and whatnot. You know, a lot of the animes have been, you know, kind of closing up, and so, you know, a lot of them I've been finishing. I won't talk about all of them because whatever. Like I said, there's not really much to really talk about besides like it was fun or it was bad, you know. I would like to like Real Life is also another anime in which it's about like this grown up who's like pretty much his like career sucks. So like they're like, "Oh, would you like to start over by taking this pill and going back to school as like a young boy, and he's like, oh yeah, I guess I'll try it, and it's like it's also like a slice of life, rom-com. Yeah, I said it. And that anime I actually really liked, bro. I can't really like. So it's hard for me to explain sometimes why I like it, but it was fun. Um, the comedy was, it was funny. It was like, I got the serious parts of the shit sometimes, and it was just really good, man. I really I really enjoyed that a lot. And they had a second season of it, even though the second season was like 4 episodes, so it kind of blew me. Or it was like 4 or 6. I can't remember. I think it was 6 episodes, and I was like, damn, bro, only 6 or only 4. But for some reason, they actually like wrapped it up pretty nicely, within those episodes to finish it off. Like, cause it legit, like, I think it's done. You know what I mean? No more. And I was like, you know what? I really like that. So if you like the slice of life and the rom coms, and try that out. I guess it's pretty good. And it's not very common that anime just drops and like all of the episodes are done. And when the first season of that came out, they were all done. The second season came around with the 4 or 6 episodes, they were all out. And like, it's not like supported by Netflix, because Netflix does that, where they'll just drop, like, they'll be like, oh, this is coming out this day, and then when it does, it drops all the episodes. It's not like supported by Netflix, so they just kind of did that on their own accord. So I was like, that's neat, I guess. And I binge watched the shit out of it, and I was like, all right, good. I'm good. And I also watched this thing, this other anime called Azuran Cry, which is about like some like boy, and he gets in some like accident, and his best friend is oh god, here we go. His best friend was like put into a mech as like a dead spirit or some shit. It was weird, bro. Anime, it's weird.
It's a Full Metal Alchemist vibe I'm getting here.
Kinda, but like she's also like a ghost. So like she but like when he's like, I need the robot, he'll call the robot and the robot will come out, and they're pretty much like dead people in like pods inside the robot. But like she was also like a ghost entity, and like she can talk to him like during his regular life and stuff. It was okay. There's a lot of animes where I'm like, this is good, and this is okay. You know what I mean? In which it's like, it's okay, and that I finished it. Both seasons. So yeah, but there was some shit where I'm just like, usually when I watch stuff or I play stuff, I try not to think about certain things too much, but in this anime I couldn't help it. There was some things where I'm just like, but what about this thing? Oh, that you forgot that? All right, cool.
A plot hole.
Yeah, there was a couple plot holes here, a lot of plot holes here. There was plot holes everywhere.
And the creator's just like, nothing happened.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about
it. Let's continue on the story.
Yep.
But it was okay, I guess. And then I watched one episode of let me see here. This is the last one I'm about to talk about, because this one's very bizarre. Let me see here. I was talking to Dion about it, who is one of our friends, in which there's an anime that starts off with 2 girls, right? And
God.
yeah, one is kind of like kind of, I would like rude, and like kind of like well, not maybe not Cinderella, but like, you know what I mean, like she's just rude and like but she's also nice to the other girl, you know what I mean? Cause like she's like, oh, I'm nice, but I'm also rude type person, and the other girl is just like, she's like kind of like, oh, I'm a like dumb like nitwit, but like I'm a good person all the time, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't like fighting and this and that.
Right.
And so it starts with those girls, right? And the rude one gets captured and is pretty much saved by this boy, right? I only watched the first episode of this, and this is something old. Just like Zern crying is kind of like oldish too. Like it didn't come out like this season. But yeah, and I watched the first episode of this out of curiosity, of the description, because like this man later on, like he has like a scythe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he uses the scythe as like a weapon and whatnot, of course. And he's this young 13-year-old boy who helps the rude girl out, right? Because they find this man like he passed out and they helped him and then he left, and then like she gets captured and whatever, anime shit. And so like he was fighting, right? And he needed more power. Now, how would you assume that this man gets more power?
Level up.
Like how would you think he would get power?
He says he has a scythe, right?
Yeah.
You'd probably have to. Well, you have like reap moves, like so he can like harvest souls and stuff, like kind of like a necromancer kind of thing. Or
You would think.
like kind of like necromancy kind of shit.
You would think, or like like in like animes, like I need blood.
Yeah, you need blood or like your soul.
Or like I need like the power of friendship, or or like this stone that I have. As long as I have this stone, it'll keep me powered up, and I have the power to like
or your typical
punch through
ecchi,
everything.
like just put your boobs near my nose and I level up.
Well, here you go.
But
You're almost on the mark there.
oh, what?
So the way this man continues to have like to keep his power going in order to have his strength, he needs to suck on breasts to then take to digest breast milk, and then he gets powered up again and he can continue fighting. So like in the middle of battle, this man was like, I'm weak, da 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 da. And this other girl, right? Not one of the two main girls, like another girl, like I guess who's like his associate or his helper.
Right.
Just whips out her tit and just like he just sucks on it and he's like, I'm good now.
Alright, I'm healthy. I'm ready to fight.
And he gets back to fighting, bro. And I was like, wow.
It's that easy, huh?
Huh. And at the end of the episode, the girl that's like, no fighting and whatnot, right? This 13-year-old boy, he transfers to this high school because he's smart, and but he's also like an asshole.
Oh, God.
And so like all the girls were like, oh wow, you're such a little cute boy, da da da. What are you doing? He's like, go away, you're dumb, this and that. He just like mocks them. He's like, how dare you say that to me? He's like, whatever, bitch. And and like he just he tries to walk away and he sees the girl with the big she has the big knockers, right? Of course, because she's like the no fighting, but she's also dumb and clumsy, right. So of course she has the big knockers, and at the end of the episode he just stares at her and she stares back and he just grabs a handful of like a tit, bro. Just just like that, bro. Like, but real hard. And I was like, wow. And then the episode ended. That was the first episode, bro. I was like,
It ended with rape.
No, but you can imply. Yeah. So it's called like
Let me see.
Senkan no Kaiser. It's right there. It's that one.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay, we're on par.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I read them all. I'm not. I have to go back to. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They got the powers. Okay, I know. What you're talking
the
about.
breast milk.
Yeah,
that's how everybody gets their.
Yeah, it's called a special new. It's called. There's a special name for it, but it's not called. It's not called breast milk in particular. Soma. That's what it's called.
Oh, Soma.
Yeah, it's called Soma. Soma. Yeah. It's called Soma. I know. I like the main character. It's funny because
I don't care because the man sucked on the tit, and in the description it said the way these guys get the way he gets power is breast. It said breast milk.
Oh, yeah,
so that's why I was like, I'm curious now. Let me watch.
But yeah, they call it Soma.
Okay, well,
it's funny.
That's just another way for them to say breast milk. We all know it.
Yeah, that's cool.
They can't hide it.
It's weird because the fighting's cool and all, but it's just the concept of like these guys get stronger from sucking the boob.
Yeah. The bigger the tit, I guess.
The bigger the tit, the stronger the weapon.
The stronger the weapon. Yes. The stronger you become.
And it's funny because like they must be. It's weird because like they must be sucking hard because after like they suck on off the girls are like dead.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean. They gotta get all the energy.
There's once.
How else are you gonna get energy?
There was once where like fucking there this there was one of the characters sucking on uh a character there was one powerful character sucking on another girl's tit, and all of a sudden like she was just passed out after she was done.
Yeah, you need it all. You need it all.
She needed
bro.
all the nutrients. Man.
Yeah, or else you can't win the fight. You can't win if you're not at full power. That's how it is, bro. So, yeah, and you would think, wow, that's really, that's anime, and you may be wondering, Anthony, are you gonna continue? Well, of course I am. I mean, why would I stop after that? What happened? What happens after he grabs the tit? I need to know. So, I'm gonna continue watching that, and we'll see where that goes. But besides that, I've been playing the games here and there with, sometimes by myself, sometimes with the friends. I've been playing, even though it's March going into April now, I'm still playing Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Still good. It's gotten a lot better when it comes to, because they had some problems with like the ring shit, which is pretty much like if you want to fight your friends individually, like they had problems with that, but it's gotten better now. A lot of the stuff has gotten better now. For me, the connections aren't as bad. Maybe for others, who knows? But for me, they've been all right. And like I said, still a good game, still fun. And that's just how that is. Been playing Monster Hunter, obviously. As everybody knows, Monster Hunter is the good now.
It's the good game.
Everybody loves the Monster Hunter now.
Mm-hmm.
And still playing that. I am now, I finished all. I finished the main story or whatever, and now like I have to fight the tempered monsters and stuff. But like I haven't really fought them yet because I've been pretty much just like fighting the monsters that we've already fought, and just trying to get their armors and stuff and their weapons, because I like to get the ones I'm at least interested in. So yeah, I've been doing that with with Dion, and just playing that casually, I guess, since we completed the main story. And what else is there? Trying to think about like the other games I've been playing. I bought some games here and there. I bought a bunch of like Prince of Persia games, and I bought Ni no Kuni 2. I haven't played it yet.
I won't run away.
But probably will eventually. Of course, I bought it. I mean,
it's medieval Pokemon.
So apparently the game was made for the West, not for Japan originally. Usually Japan makes their games for Japan and then worries about the West, but no, not this one. I found that, I saw that, and I was like, that's interesting. And yeah, and I went and I played For Honor again after that died down, and then I came back to it.
Oh, actually, yeah. I remember when I went to go see my coworker Ramon, and I went over to his place and I saw he was playing For Honor. I was like, "You're still playing it?" He's like, "Yeah." After it was dead for a little bit, and I come back and I still see we're still playing it, and they fixed some stuff and it's still good. I'm just like, all right, well that's good for the game, because it. I I was interested in getting the game. Don't get me wrong, but then seeing how fast how that game was, everyone was happy to play it. I gave it like a week and a half, 2 at most.
Yeah.
Crash pretty. It didn't crash too hard. Not as bad as The Division, but it had a little bit of trouble.
There's a reason as to why games go down and games crash. But like I went back to For Honor, and yeah, it's just like, cause I had it when it first started. Oh, you gonna wipe the mouth?
Yeah.
Nice. Don't worry about the background noise, everybody. It's just background noise. Like the fucking ice in my cup. But yeah, no, like I went back to it because I when it first released, I bought the game and I was having fun with it, and then obviously like about I want to say I was still kind of having fun after like the second week, but it was like the good month. I was like, okay, um, because like it was fun, but like, oh man, there was a lot because I would it wasn't really like because of the game, at least for me. It was kind of just like the players kind of ruined it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I'm not saying that you can't like gang up on everybody because that's what you can do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, but like there was just a lot of like fucking assholes, bro, and I'm just like, y'all trying to ruin this for me, aren't you? And and you know there was some good players, and you know obviously I you know I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be here being like like oh yeah it's good yeah whatever. I'm gonna get angry, you know what I mean, because they're better than me, but at the same time, I respect it because they're like, they put in more time or they learned better than me and they just outwitted me. But like, damn, some of them were just assholes and it just got old, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, obviously there were things that needed fixing on or just like tweaking on that wasn't applied. And, you know, coming back to it kind of is like, it's a lot better, you know what I mean? And I don't feel like it's like the players that there are still there aren't too much of like assholes now, I guess. So I feel like it's more better now than what it was off off the gate there. So you know that's nice, and like I've been with that game also I went back to like Titanfall 2, which is somewhat of a recent game, but and I'm just surprised when playing these games because like there's certain games I'm like I think they're like done. You know what I mean? Like if I were to go back, I'm like, nobody's playing these, and then I do, and then there's people still playing them. That always surprises me, because I'm like, wow. I mean, like this kind of fell pretty hard. You know what I mean? So like the Division as well, that goes under that list too because it's like that felt kind of hard, or didn't not get, like are you guys not done with this? Like, damn, there's still people playing, like and it's just like. All right, then that's cool, I guess. Like for Titanfall 2, I really like Titanfall 2. So I'm like, when I went back to it, I'm like, I'm glad that people are still playing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's nice and all. I'm glad that people are still doing that and playing it. And that For Honor is at least a bit better now. At least it feels better. And when I went back to it, I enjoyed it again. Than when I last left off. So, that was, I guess that was pretty much my week, or my ass, my month.
Man, hopping on a week, damn.
Yeah,
bro.
damn. But yeah, I think that was pretty much my month, of just what I've been doing. Obviously I looking forward to stuff, and if I'm not working and doing all that, I am, oh shit, I am, working on YouTube and stuff and other stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much I guess it for me. So yeah, with that out of the way, I guess we can go into the news. The news. Finally, we made it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, baby. All right, so So the first news of the day, of the month of March, is that Blizzard tweeted like a picture, right, or like a little video, right, of this like Diablo like 3 thing, right. I'm gonna click on the video here, and they just kind of like turned it off and on, and it was like, oh wow, and then they went back. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, pretty much because of that one little thing on on Twitter, everybody thinks like it's gonna be on the Switch, I guess.
So because of a nightlight.
Because of the nightlight
they
switch,
think the game is gonna be on Switch.
Because of the nightlight switch, they think put the Diablo Nightlight, and you put the Switch and you combine the letters to the words together, and it means the Diablo 3 is now going to be on the Switch. And you think that's like, oh, no way, but trust me, man, they're like, people actually like, they do stuff like that, you know what I mean? How they hint stuff, like they'd be like, oh, what does this mean? You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of the Bayonetta 1 and 2 like thing.
Yeah.
In which they were like, oh, look, Bayonetta with the blue Joy-Con and Bayonetta with the red Joy-Con. And what could this mean? And what it meant was that, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are just going to be on the Switch. You know what I mean? Mm. But it was kind of like that. You know what I mean? Not exactly, obviously, not like the light switch, but they kind of like, they kind of hinted it at such. You know what I mean? So, like, now people, because, earlier this month of March, I'm pretty sure it says, when the article, it says, like, up here, right there. Right there.
March 2nd.
Yeah. It was when the article went up, so it was pretty early within March, is when they did this, and people now think it's on the Switch. My thought is that, I guess eventually it could probably be on the Switch. I don't see why not. Diablo 3, I played a little bit of it. In fact, I only played a little bit of it with Adrian here, because we both bought it, or he bought it, I think, and then I bought it, and then we played a little bit of it. I mean, I didn't get far into it, but I think it was
fun. I want to go back to it some other different time, but not
it was neat. I don't think Diablo 3 at least was like a bad game, because everybody talks about, like,
when people talk about Diablo, it's like 1 or 2.
Yeah, mainly it's either 2. 1 or 2 mainly. Mm-hmm. Usually a lot of games when it comes to like in the series.
When it comes to the Blizzard games, it's always when it's Blizzard, it's always 2. Yeah, that they love.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like Mass Effect 2,
Portal 2, Half-Life 2.
Yeah, Max Payne 2,
Left 4 Dead 2.
Like everything. Usually the second game. Well, it's so Devil May Cry.
It's supposed to be the second games are always supposed to be the better one.
The better one, yeah. Or 2. Even in the series, except for Devil May Cry.
Not Devil May Cry.
Shame on you. Yeah. Except for that outfit though. That was the best in the series. But yeah, I think it's gonna be on Switch. I don't see why not. Because we played it a little bit, so we know about it a little bit.
They have the buttons for it.
So. It seems like the type of game and the type of, like, graphics Diablo 3 has will work perfectly fine with the Switch, whether in handheld mode or TV mode. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I feel like it would not, like, affect much, like, the frame rate drop, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like this is a possibility, and I think it would work just fine. You know what I mean? As a Switch game. So I mean, I don't see as to why they wouldn't do this. Yeah, so that's about it, I guess, for that. So, like, oh yeah, so real quick, guys, the way we're gonna be doing this, like, sometimes there's a lot to talk about, so obviously, a lot of it, we won't talk about it too much, but we might just give, like, a quick opinion about it, you know what I mean? To see what, like, because, even if we don't even have, like, too much of an interest in it, if we have somewhat of an interest in it, we might just, like, like the Diablo thing, we might just bring it up real quick, talk about it, and we move on to the next article, because, it is, like a month of news, and that's a lot, you know what I mean? Depending on the month, obviously, depending on how much news, comes out that month. But yeah, when there's a lot, sometimes you gotta, and if we don't really have much to say, we'll just give our quick opinion and we kind of move on. So, that's how it is. But, yeah, moving on to, the next thing, which is, it's, the fact that Monster Hunter, obviously I was talking about that game. Mm-hmm. Monster Hunter World is now the best-selling game in Capcom's history, which is interesting. I would, to be honest, I wouldn't have guessed it would get this far. To be honest,
I wouldn't expect it to be Monster Hunter of all.
Yeah, this, like, out of all the Capcom games, stuff, like, out of all their IPs and stuff.
For real, I thought it'd be Mega Man 2.
But yeah, no, like Monster
That
Hunter
or
World,
Street Fighter Third Strike.
because I think was it Resident? I think it was like Resident Evil 4 maybe was like their top like selling, you know what I mean, game. I believe. I don't, I not 100% on everything, but I'm assuming, unless told otherwise, that I'm assuming that I think it was Resident Evil 4 maybe or one of the Resident Evil games for sure. But no, yeah, like Monster Hunter World came, and within like a month or two, it sold about as you can see, like right around here, it sold about like 7.5 million units worldwide, which is cool, man. I think that's, I like that. I like Monster Hunter. Adrian here also likes Monster Hunter.
Yep.
We like Monster Hunter, bro. And before we've been playing Monster Hunter before World. Obviously not like
deep. It's
not like the first game.
Not I play actually. Well, it's like the first time I tried Monster Hunter back in the past, back on PSP. It was Freedom Unite, and I didn't get too far. I only put like 2 hours into it. I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
Not now. It's because like I talked to this with an old online buddy, because he told me like the original Monster Hunters, it was like really like compared to like how the fighting is now or how the maps are now, it's like how there wasn't no like climbing over cliffs, like it was just flat ground. It was just like the monster, you flat ground, you fight.
It's on, baby.
Oh shit.
Oh.
What do I do?
What did I do?
What do I do? School?
Where I go?
Who do I kill? Fainted. Yeah, and then so I tried, so I didn't give it a chance, and then eventually fast forward like many years later to the 3DS, and 3 comes out. And I'm like, you know what? Let's give it another shot. And I tried it again, and I was feeling a little bit, but it was just like, nah, not again. I'll try again another time. I'll try again when the next one comes out, and then 4 comes out, and then that's when pretty much like I got on the train. I started like Monster Hunter, started to understand, giving it a chance, understanding the controls and stuff. And getting wrecked. Mainly getting wrecked. Yeah. When you start your first Monster Hunter, unless you're just naturally talented, you get wrecked. You're going to be getting wrecked, and it's going to be frustrating.
It's gonna be bad. Yeah, no, like, it's funny because I remember my dad, he brought home a demo one time of Monster Hunter Tri, I believe, right? I believe that was the one, for the Wii, because I think my dad went to go buy a game, and they were like, hey, we have free demo, like, this is when demo discs still existed. This was when demo discs were like, they're about to die.
With the compilation discs.
Yeah, they were about to die.
Yeah.
But they had a demo disc of Monster Hunter Tri. My dad came home, he had the game that he bought, don't remember which. But he brought that demo, and I remember I played it, and I was like, because I was like, this was like when the Wii was out, so I was like, we're both young boys, so I was like, even now, but like, I was like,
11.
I'd say like 11, 12 at most, and I remember when I played it, I was just like, what is happening? I was so confused, and I was walking around that game. I remember I did not understand anything. There was no like instructions for me, at least not that I saw. And it was just like go, and I was like, okay, I got this big weapon, and I remember I had the great sword because I remember I was swinging it around. I was like, what the hell is this big weapon? What is this? And I was like, why am I so slow? And all these questions came up in my head, and I was just like, bruh. And it's funny because I didn't even know what the game was about, like at all. So, like, I didn't even see a big monster, bro. I didn't even see the big monster in the game. I was just like, what is happening? And I was playing around. I was like, I don't understand the game. And I stopped, and I never played it again. And so when I obviously years later, I bought I had a Wii U, and I was like, I want games for the Wii U since, unfortunately, the Wii U, nobody wanted to support that shit. Not really even a Nintendo, really. But, they had Monster Hunter 3, and I was like, okay, this looks interesting. I'll try this.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally forgot that I even played Monster Hunter Tri, like, way back until it came back to me, you know what I mean? Later on, I was like, wait a second, I played Monster Hunter before, you know what I mean? But, because it was such a bad, like, time of, like, I didn't understand.
It was so primitive.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't, so I forgot about it, that I even played it, before 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, like, 3 came out for the Wii U, and I played the demo that was on the, the eShop, and I was like, okay, I can dig this. And I bought the game, and I played it, and I sucked ass, but, and I dropped it for a minute, and then I came back, and I started learning, and then after that, it was pretty much like, I was like, I like Monster Hunter, and I continued it until World. So, yeah, so it's, we have a little bit of history before World, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, because it now, like, I played it back, obviously, me and Adrian, we both played it, actually, back when it was, like, not even that popular, and then when it could have been popular, it was, like, I played 3, which was on the Wii U and 3DS, which, no one really had the Wii U, so it still wasn't popular, even though it was on a console.
Right.
And, Adrian played 4, and I also played 4, which is only 3DS. And, a lot of people had 3DSs, but it was because it was still a 3DS and still looked like a PS2 game. No one wanted to play it. But now it's on PS4 and it looks great, and you can jump around and do so much more than what you could have done previously. Like, I guess it drawed a lot of people's attention. So, yeah. And I guess a lot of people bought it, so that's really good, It's cool, man. I'm glad, Like I said, I would never have expected it, but it's cool that out of all the games, it's like, it was just like Monster Hunter, you know what I mean? Just out of the blue, like, hey, we're breaking records now. So it's good because now Monster Hunter is gonna be like more of a thing, and they're gonna support it even more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So instead of it being like Japan get it first, then like everyone else, everyone's gonna get it at the same time.
Yeah, and it's gonna get more love, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of like, like the specific group of like, we're Monster Hunter fans.
Yeah.
Like everybody could be a Monster Hunter fan. And that's cool.
I mean, I did kind of say it though. We kind of came to this conclusion that like it's like all they gotta do. It's like we said, it's like all they gotta do is just. Well, I heard something 7, but like all they gotta do is just put something on the PS4. It's like, and they're like enough putting it on the 3DS, just put it on the console, and then that shit is so like we said that like they didn't, I don't know if it was word for word, but it's just like, yeah, just put it on the PlayStation and it'll sell. And then look what they did. They put it on the PlayStation and it sells.
Yeah. The only thing is that I mean I was down with it being on consoles, especially like other platforms instead of like Nintendo's. But I felt like it was interesting to be on Nintendo's only because like, I mean, first of all, Nintendo kind of needed at the time with the Wii U not being so good and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of needed
they
needed a third party game that would help them out. And I guess Monster Hunter was the one, but unfortunately it wasn't as popular. But now it is, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Nintendo, but it's it's fine now because now Nintendo with the Switch, that console's selling. You know what I mean? And they're doing good with that. So it's like, even though Monster Hunter is doing good, not on the not on Nintendo's platform, but Nintendo's still doing good now too. So everyone's doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fine. Everything's neutral now, as it were. But like I said, I was kind of like, I was like, damn, because like I found it cool that it was like just a Nintendo thing. You know what I mean? Because it almost felt like a Nintendo like exclusive, kind of like their own IP. But obviously, it wasn't. So they had their contract, and I think it ran out. So they're like, all right, well, we
peace out.
We move into another platform. I'm not saying that they can't, like go back to Nintendo, but like they were just like, we're gonna try other platforms now.
Sorry, what about Nintendo? And what about Nintendo? Monster Hunter
boost up the graphics.
Y'all got double cross.
Double cross, yeah.
Y'all got double cross.
Which is just pretty much what we've had before.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's all good.
I mean, Double Cross is tight with the Hunter arts and the Spinneroonies and stuff.
Yeah. Like the older games have the arts and stuff, which the which world doesn't have. So people won't know about arts, but they might add them later.
Or they pretty much they take like, well, if it's like the only hunter art, it's like they took like the gunner hunter art from Monster Hunter World and turned it into the dragon piercer for the bow person. That's the only thing I know that like they took from Double Cross. They took something from Double Cross. They took something from Double Cross and did everything for each weapon. It's like for the Helmbreaker, for the longsword, I find that sort of like the similar to like the aerial, to where if you were to dodge on the enemy, to where you get the hit,
the perfect dodge,
or if you have like the aerial hunter style on, and then you dodge on the enemy, and then you can like get easy mounts and shit. That's what I find, like the Helmbreaker for the longsword, that when you hit, you fly in the air and then you slam down.
And then you enemy slash.
Yeah, you can get a good DPS going there.
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, like I feel like because like in Generations, they introduced the art system, and then they obviously put in Double X, which was the other
Generations 2.
The next one, and then it's like it was because like there was Generations, Double Cross kinda, I think came out like legit like I think it came out in Japan at least.
Yeah, it came out in Japan a year
before World, right?
Yeah.
Because so it was Generations Double Cross only for Japan. We did not get it, or at least not yet.
Yeah.
And then World came out.
Yeah, they announced World. So it's like, what's the point for Double Cross for?
Yeah. So it was new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That art system wasn't like an old system. It was a new system.
It was new and it had potential.
And then like now in World, it's not in there.
There.
Obviously there's like certain things that they kind of like slightly implemented it, like you said, the dragon piercer, where you do that thing where you scratch the bow on the ground and then you shoot it. Like that's there, but like not all of the stuff is there. Like the perfect like the perfect dodge or whatever isn't there, and stuff like the demon, demon, you know what I mean?
The wolf aura for the dual daggers, the damage
like the pretty much where like sword. Like because like the great sword had a thing where it's like you would sheath it and like you would do like extra damage by like charging it in the sheath, and then you would like slam it on the monster. That's not there, but it's fine. I mean, they're doing their thing, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
it's just good to see that Monster Hunter's
it's now super alive.
It's not niche.
It's not. It's now the hip.
It's hip. And it's hop, and everyone's on top, as you can see. Speaking on top, I guess.
Let's go.
It's a goal, yeah, pretty much. So it's official now that Mario is a plumber again, and some people might not know, some people might know. It it depends on who you are, and what you've seen, and what you've heard. But apparently there was a thing on which Mario, like before Mario Odyssey came out, on Nintendo's like website, yeah, they had a description of Mario and what he was about. And before Odyssey came out, they were like, oh no, Mario's not a plumber anymore, he's just a guy who does a bunch of things.
Pretty much.
He's like
odd jobs.
Yeah, like he's just an odd job guy. Like, oh, he does the baseball. He's a baseball player. He's also a soccer player.
He's a race car.
He's a race car driver.
He's a hero.
He's an all-time hero. Yeah, he's just everything.
He's an astronaut.
And that was pretty much his description. But it didn't say that he was also a plumber. It just said everything else, but he wasn't a plumber. So everybody was like, well, Mario is an all-around everything guy, but he's not a plumber anymore. Because Nintendo has taken that off his description off their website. But now after Odyssey has come out for a couple months, now you can see on the website, it says that let's see, first spotted, it says on the translations, well, roughly translated, that Mario is his occupation is his occupation is now a plumber. So yeah, he's a plumber again. I mean, what else would he, what else would he be? Like, I assume that, like,
if anything, if they're gonna call this man a plumber, if they're gonna
They
like,
gotta do something
if
with
they're
it.
gonna see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're gonna like call him a plumber, at least like remake, the actual Super Mario Bros. The first one where they were actually plumbing,
Mm-hmm.
when they're in the sewers fighting those sewer
Yeah, like
creatures. and
TV
stuff.
show.
Yeah, like if they like remade that stuff, like remade a game like that.
Make the TV show.
Yeah, make a new TV show or something.
Damn it! Just like what I said in Evil Within, and I still stand by it. I did like the shows. Damn it! I don't give a fuck. All right. I know it was like even before I was made. You know what I mean? But I don't give it. What? Hey, I had the DVDs for it. I watched them and I liked them. I don't care. Bring them back. Bring the Mario TV show back. Put it on Netflix.
Oh god.
Just like the Link TV show that apparently was going to be on Netflix and then it got canceled. Why they do it? Because Link also had a show back then too. Or Legend of Zelda also had a show back then where he was like, "Excuse me, princess."
Excuse me, princess.
Yeah,
when he had brown hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed his hair. But isn't it still brown? Or wait, no, it's more like, dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde.
Yeah, I mean it's all close. Except for Link in the Past where they gave him like pink hair.
Purple.
It was like pink.
Pinkish purple.
I was like, what the hell?
It was bubble gum.
I was like, what did they do? Just that one game though. And they're like, all right, no more. Just like Zelda herself, bro. There's times where she's blonde and there's times where she's like dirty blonde or brownish even.
Or dark skin and a pirate.
Oh well, yeah, that too. Or she's not even Zelda herself, I guess.
Or she'll have like red eyes.
A little bit of a spoiler there, but fuck it. I mean, if you don't know by now,
Now
you know.
What would you really call a spoiler if you wouldn't know what game it would be from?
yeah, I mean, Zelda had to be somewhere. But yeah, so there you go, everybody. Calm your tits. Mario is now a plumber
again. He
again.
had the job description.
He does have a job now.
Like
I guess.
The only time where he actually did something plumbing was in the beginning of on the new Super Mario World 3D on the Wii U, when Mario and Luigi fixed the pipe. That was like the only plumbing thing they did.
In what now?
In the new Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U.
Oh.
Yeah.
They fixed. Oh yeah. They had to go to other
in the
worlds.
beginning of the game. They fixed
Oh
the pipe.
yeah,
That was the only
they
plumbing.
smash it up.
Yeah, that's the only plumbing thing they did. And
Yeah.
pretty much it.
But but now they're plumbers again. What does that really mean? Nothing. It just means they're plumbers.
Yeah, they're plumbers. That means you can say they do something.
They do
else.
plumbing. Yeah. They don't actually. You won't be plumbing in a Mario game anytime soon. I don't think. But yeah, there's that, I guess. Let's see here. So now we have Activision right here. Yeah, there you go. They're planning they're planning to remaster more classic IPs. What? Look, even in the article. Whoa. Wow. Wowzers. So yeah, Crash did well as everyone, because everybody likes Crash. It's very nostalgic. I like Crash. I mean, I played Crash a lot when I was a kid. So oogada boogada. Whoa. Fucking that old ass. But yeah, no, like yeah, everybody likes Crash. Everybody was like, cool. We like a remaster of our childhood, yes. Mm-hmm. And it did well because everyone bought the shit. And now, Activision, as everybody knows, if you don't know, they love money. But don't worry, because everybody loves money. So it's not just them, but they love money a lot. So they saw the good that the Crash did, and they're like, wow, that's a lot of money. What if we remaster more old stuff that people are like, that's my childhood right there. I will pay the money to buy it. So here you go. Activision's like, okay, well, obviously you guys want it, and we like money, and you guys bought it, and we got money. So we're going to make more classic IPs.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I don't even remember that many, like, I'd have to go back and look up, like, Activision games, because, like, the only one I remember, like I said, was Spyro. Then after that, it's like, they, like, remastered Guitar Heroes?
I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, there's Crash, there's Spyro, they have Guitar Hero, but why would they remaster Guitar Hero? I mean, they have, you would be surprised as to how many IPs or just not like maybe not IPs, but like how many things Activision has had their hands on without you even knowing. You know what I mean? Like they own a bunch of stuff, man. Like Tony Hawk series, kind of. I highly doubt they'll remaster any of the Tony Hawk games. Um, but I to be honest, I'm on the same boat with you. Um, in which I don't really know how many IPs they actually own. I just know that they had their hands on a lot of things, like especially like publishing wise.
Yeah.
But like actually owning like IPs such as like them being a developer, I don't really
I
know.
don't remember like what do they got.
Yeah, like what do they have? I'm assuming they have a good amount of stuff. If they're like, yeah, you know what I mean? If they're like, yeah, we're gonna make more IPs, they must have like a good like solid collection of things, you know what I mean?
Probably.
Than just like, oh, we only had like 2 or 3 series, you know what I mean?
I guess we'll just have to find out.
Yeah, but I assume that, Crash did good, so whatever they had before, we're gonna get more of. So
Right.
good job, everybody. I guess
Yeah.
whatever that is. So let's see here. Moving on to where we at? Right here, right?
Red Bull
Yeah, Red Bull.
gives wings.
There, yeah. Red Bull's good until I saw that video,
What
and now
video?
I'm hesitant.
What?
So I saw a video. Well, first of all, I'll talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about what's going on here. So Red Bull announces their own U.S. fighting game circuit. The energy drink is going the full, FGC, which the fighting game community.
They're going into the esports crowd.
They're going into esports really, which I think is cool. They'll be going on tour and stuff around, United States, it says. It says 15 cities. Let's see here. Game featured. So games that will be featured in the circuit are going to be Street Fighter 5, Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Xrd, Rev 2. And yeah, so like, see, it'll be, I think it says all of whom will gather in November for the national finalists or finals to be held in Washington D.C. So yeah, they're doing a circuit around USA, of just their own FGC, like event, and that's cool. I like that. Like I mean, I like Red Bull as a drink, I guess. And like, I think it's cool that because like fighting games they're there, you know what I mean? There's not like a big crowd for fighting games.
But the fact that a company such as Red Bull of all people,
like a big
that are
kind of
willing
known
to
energy,
like, yo, we'll step up for this, and they're making it rise up.
Because Red Bull, Monster, so many like drinks and like brands in general have sponsored stuff as like sports, esports, not even like gaming stuff, like even like NASCARs get like a bunch of like sponsors of like Red Bulls and whatever.
Yeah, but not like a video game.
But
athlete.
even esports get sponsored by people like Red Bull and like certain brands and companies, and even individual players get like sponsorship deals, you know what I mean? So, but the fact that they're not sponsoring, they're actually making their own event, like whole gaming event,
right?
Their own esports event is interesting because they're not just like, here, we'll sponsor you. They're like, no, we're making a whole thing, about fighting games and whatnot. And I feel like that's interesting for the fact that, it helps, the FGC, because the fighting, like I said, the fighting game community isn't, it's not as like, hyped up, I guess. Like there's not a lot of people in it, so the fact that they're doing this might get a couple people in it, you know what I mean? So that's cool. I find that, neat, enjoyable, as a thing, because I like I'm not me myself don't know a lot of people in the FGC, and I'm not like into the FGC personally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like overall,
but I do
I
enjoy.
just like to play fighting games. Really,
Yeah.
just like
Casually.
yeah, casually. No,
Yeah.
I'm not super.
Yeah, I'm not super into it.
Super into it compared to the next
Yeah,
one.
and I'm not like I don't go to like the FGC events and stuff. You know what I mean? But I still enjoy the fact that they're there and there's such
It's good. Such
competition.
a community exists.
Yeah, there's a community. You know, of fighting games because fighting games is their niche kind of. You know what I mean? But it's not only just fighting games. It could also be like there's also esports for like Call of Duty, and like is there one for Battlefield? I don't know.
Probably.
Well, Call of Duty, League of Legends, has their own esports like event.
Overwatch with the
Overwatch
League.
does too, yeah. Stuff like them have esports as well. So it's neat seeing that everyone's
Gears of War.
Does it?
Yeah, Gears of War has its own esports.
Well, there you go. Like all these people have these like events, and that's going on. But obviously this is for the FGC, which is for the fighting games, specifically.
Yeah.
And so like fighting games isn't too hyped up, but there's there's something to be had there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's cool. So moving on from that, we are going to a new article, which is something by Square Enix, and it seems like Square Enix is going to resurrect Valkyria profile again.
It's a JRPG series that was on the PSP at first. I played like 2 hours of it, but I couldn't really like get into it.
Yeah,
because it was just like you didn't really keep any of the party members. Like you just raised them up just to send them to heaven and shit. Yeah,
what?
It's like
because I never played this game.
So like for what I'm basing from my memory is like the way the story of this game is that she's the almighty Valkyrie or whatever, and her job is to send souls to like as many souls to heaven. I think either like to raise an army or some shit, or to fight the final boss or whatever, or actually get as many people as you can before the world ends and shit.
Yeah.
Recruit party members for Ragnarok, the end of the time.
Right here, right.
One more up.
Oh, up.
That last sentence.
Right here, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, resurrecting.
Yeah, and so pretty much you're just raising a big ass army. So I'm like that kind of like blew me a little bit because it's just like I kind of just want a solid party.
Yeah, like a
not
like
not a bunch of random ass people that I'll just keep like changing later.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean. Well, how long ago was this?
This was back when I was like in middle school,
middle school,
6th grade.
I mean, you're older now, so you might feel a different way now. I probably
feel it now. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be like, this ain't so bad, But then again, you might feel the same way. You don't know. You'd have to probably try it again, and I would have to try it, because I never played this at all, but it seemed interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that apparently Square Enix is quote unquote resurrecting it again, I'm just like, this must be something that people like.
People liked a lot.
It died and now it's coming back.
Yeah.
So that's cool, we can watch the trailer too. I do not mind. So yeah, this is a little teaser of the trailer, I guess, or of the game coming up. Yeah, it has a very kind of like biblical theme, sort of. That's what I was gonna say. I do not know what she's saying. But she sounds like she's in distress.
In the Norse mythology, the Holy Father will smite thee.
And that
wrath of Odin.
That we have Valkyria profile again, and that it's coming around.
Yeah, she cried a lot.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, she cried a lot.
Yeah, did she?
Yeah. The cover out of the first one on PSP was her crying, bro.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
He's like, well, hey, bro. I don't know why. I guess if you play the game, you would know.
Yeah.
I assume that because everyone has to be sent to heaven or something. I don't know.
Or some people don't want to die or whatever.
And she's sad about it or something.
She has to kill him. It's like,
she has to.
But I don't want to go.
But I don't want to go. It's like I gotta. That's my job.
Yeah, man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So that's cool. I am. when it comes to stuff like this, I always have my eyes and ears out for it. So I guess we'll see what comes about it this year maybe. So yeah, there's that. That's all good and stuff. Next we got the next Battlefield apparently is reported to be World War II. Yeah, so Battlefield 5 is gonna, I guess that's the name. What do you think about that?
So my question is, so in terms of like how they're making these Battlefield, are they starting over from World War, from like modern times to go from old school times to modern times, or like? Cause it's weird how like all these companies are doing everything at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like oh, this guy's doing like modern, or they're doing like old war, or we'll go to old war now. And now like, okay, so with them going into World War II, wait, and Call of Duty was already World War II, right? And then what's that?
The newest Call of Duty of today, like up to date,
World War
is
II?
Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, and then we got Black Ops 4 coming out, and they're gonna go back
We'll
to
discuss that in a minute.
Like what?
Yeah, so like, yeah, World War II Call of Duty is the latest one out, and I guess the next Battlefield, because the previous Battlefield was Battlefield 1, which because it was called that because it was in World War 1. And now it's been reported that the next one's going to be World War II. And I guess they're just like, all the companies are just like, let's start over, I guess. And that's why they're doing this. Now, I mean, like, I'm not, just like, pretty much when it comes to games, I'm kind of like, I'm not like, oh, I'm heavily like in love with FPS or fighting games. And stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So like, but it's still interesting. That's why I put this article on our docket here, because it just seems like because me personally, I don't know what's going on. I'm just confused. But that's okay, because every day of my life I'm confused. But with this particularly, like, it's just like, I guess everyone's just starting over. They're starting over. Call of Duty starting over. I'm starting over.
Everyone's starting brand new.
Everyone's starting brand new. Going back to the war. Back to 19... I'm not going to say the date because I don't know. But
1969.
Like 60-something. Yeah.
1969.
69. The war. I think it was actually over by then.
Probably.
But yeah, we'll see. When they reveal it, probably, most likely, at E3, where everything gets revealed.
Yep.
Or at least
most of it.
Most things get revealed.
Some stuff gets like said they're gonna be announced later.
Or it gets leaked.
And
then they gotta announce it.
Yeah, it's like fucking assholes.
Yeah. That's what they be thinking. They'd be like, goddamn motherfuckers.
Now we have to
now we gotta show it like a week later now because y'all spoiled it. But yeah, so there you go. If you like the Battlefields and if you like the old war, you got a good wish here. You got it in World War II now. So enjoy that. All right, what we got up next is Ubisoft. And what do they have? What do they have for us, please? So what Ubisoft has for us is that they've acquired Brawlhalla, which is developed by Blue Mammoth Games.
They got the game as a developer.
And their quote was, "We have some power in our corner now." Did they say that? I don't know. Or was the person who made this article? I don't know. But what I do know is that Ubisoft now owns this.
They own that company.
They own them.
Oh.
They own the Blue Mammoth.
So they own that company.
They own them now because they're like, we liked what you had here, and people liked it. You seem like you guys can make a good game if you could, so they just bought them. Just like how other companies buy other companies, kinda, or I guess publishers, because Ubisoft is also a publisher. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So They just thought, I guess they thought they liked what they saw, bro, and they just bought it. I was like, you know what? Well, because I played Brawlhalla just a little bit. I'm pretty sure that you have too.
Yeah, I play a lot of it. It's fun.
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining. I mean, to be honest here, it's no Smash.
It's no Smash, no.
It's not Smash.
But what
Smash
like the
Smash to me is better.
but what makes like Brawlhalla so unique is pretty much like the weapons and
Yeah.
how like every character, like no matter what, like the whole thing, all the character models are all copy and paste. But what's so cool is that every character, the 21 characters that are in that game, they all have a unique move set for their weapons, which that's what I find awesome. It's like they spend a lot of time on that game.
Because what I played, is that, that each character has like their own weapons, and they have unique stuff to it. I mean, technically, like we said, it's kind of like Smash, but like the other weapons drop too, and you can use other weapons, and they also do other things. And for a Smash clone, it's good. You know what I mean? Because everyone obviously has done, like, not everyone, but like there has been a couple of Smash clones, but they did it and made it their own thing, I guess, just like some games do as they do, and this one turned out pretty good, and for what they were able to do, they did pretty good with it, and Ubisoft was impressed with it, so they were like, hey, join the team. So that's cool. I'm not a big fan of it, obviously, but I did play it and I thought it was cool, and and I'm kind of happy to see that they moved up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That they got so now they got people supporting them, and so they could probably do like a different game, and have some money behind them. You know what I mean? Then maybe not at all.
Right.
So that's cool. That's good. All right. So let's get down here. So what we have here.
Fusro, duh.
No. This is something you saw. You saw what it is, but it's different. Oh, if it will load. Let me try it again. So yeah, pretty much. What we have here is that the people who made Skyrim for the Switch, like not Bethesda, but there was a company that they ported it to the Switch. Those people who ported Skyrim to the Switch is offering to port Monster Hunter World to the Switch.
For Capcom.
Yes. So yeah. This is what we were talking, when you were like, that's why when I was talking about like they can't go back on the Switch, or like they can't come back to Nintendo, because they can, you know what I mean? But they just wanted to try different platforms because I guess they had a contract with maybe Nintendo, or they just weren't feeling like they wanted to be on just Nintendo anymore. Mm-hmm. So now but at the same time, these people who are like we port stuff, like they're willing to try to port Monster Hunter World if they could, because the Switch is a great console. You know what I mean? We both have a Switch, and I generally like the Switch. It's a good console. It's not as powerful. It's not as powerful as the other consoles, but it is a good console. It takes a lot to make it look and run good on the Switch, compared to like PC, Xbox One, PS4. You know what I mean? So, you need a good dedicated porting team in order to do that, and they're willing to do it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that was pretty cool. I'm not sure if they can do it, cause graphically wise,
they'd have to wash it down a little bit.
Yeah. They'll have to downscale it, you know what I mean? Because the way Monster Hunter looks, even on PS4 and stuff, like seems a little bit too much for the Switch to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're gonna wash a little bit of. They're gonna wash some of it off.
Yeah,
that's understandable. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's how it is.
You gotta optimize it.
Gotta optimize. Yeah, because like it'll probably even look better on PC. You know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously the Switch can't even reach that. Oh.
They did. Someone's Switch gonna explode.
Yeah, someone's Switch will explode.
Like, my Switch looks beautiful.
Yeah, playing handheld mode, be like, wow, this looks great. Fucking bomb goes off in the bus. Then what? Then people are gonna be like, oh, I don't want the Switch no more.
Every time I Switch, why?
Yeah, why every time I play my Switch, it blows up.
I don't want it to explode.
I lose my hands. Then I have to become Adam Jensen. Which,
You'll never find him.
Never find him. Turning into Adam Jensen isn't so bad.
I don't know, man.
Hey, bro. Robot arms, bro. You can do some cool shit with that, bro.
See, but besides, what happened? Hey, what happened to you though? But
I don't know.
You really want to take that ass whooping?
No. Hey,
like,
you get cool arms,
like,
bro.
Yeah, you'll get cool arms, but what cost the ass whooping?
But I could punch through a wall, bro.
But every time you look in the mirror, it's like I had to think of how hard ass whooping to get these arms.
It's like I've lost my arms.
I look cool as fuck, but I got my ass whooped that looked as cool.
Yeah. Hey.
Like they whoop my ass in the badassery.
Damn, bro. I would take an ass whooping for some cool arms, bro. Some robotic arms. But yeah. So speaking of ass whoopings,
the Yakuza full game. I mean, the demo is back.
The demo is back. So this is an update on a story that was
March 19th. So this was like
it was like March. It was earlier. Within March, right?
So like the middle of the month.
Yeah, so it was like the demo for Yakuza 6 came out earlier this March, and when the demo came out, when the demo came out, yeah, the
full game. It was the full game. Something had some guy in the company when he pressed the button, he didn't press demo. He pressed full game. He said upload the full game.
He said,
online.
"Oh shit!" He pressed the button.
He pressed the
and
button.
then it said full game.
Yeah, and then when the supervisor showed up, it's like, all right, how is the upload for the? Oh,
what? No, he goes on Twitter. He's like, "Oh, everybody loves the Yakuza." No. What is this?
What? Why am I speaking English?
Oh, I'm speaking English.
why is everyone playing the full game?
Why is everybody playing the full game?
Like,
me not know. And
me I don't know.
I don't know, bro. And then so yeah, I guess something happened in which they were like, we put out the full game, and they were like, oh, take that off the stores. They did, and then later, like within a week or two, they're like, all right, here's the actual demo. We put it back up. And so, yeah, there you go. They did that. And I was like, wower. I was surprised that happened. And whoever pressed the full game button, he probably got a stern talking to on never to either do that again or he's fired.
Or he's probably already like.
Or he is already fired.
Yeah, he's probably already sleeping on
one or the other. He's either fired or he got a really stern talking to,
maybe he got a stern talking to leading in him to
getting fired. Yeah,
and it's like, man, I can't have your work like that. You know what? Just get the fuck out.
Go, get out my office.
Yo, I'm sorry. I won't. I make sure office. No, just get the fuck out of my office.
Get out of my office.
All right.
It's like we can't do that. To Kawasaki.
He's like, all right, too bad.
All right, fine. We won't do it. All right, send him to the mobile section. No, not the mobile section. I don't want to make the mobile games.
All right, well,
it's too bad.
Yakuza Mobile.
You gotta start working on the Yakuza mobile game now.
No, please.
Please.
That. Too late now.
Too late now.
As he's walking in the hallway, he sees some guy in a wheelchair. He's like, who are you? I'm Sonic team leader.
Sega.
Like,
oh my goodness. But yeah, so that happened. And for the people that were the smart, unfortunately it wasn't me. Yeah, they disconnect. There was probably some people who disconnected themselves from the internet so that they could continue playing the full game. So if you were the one who did that,
Good job.
good job. You ripped them off. I guess.
Yeah, you pretty much like
You
got
took their
away.
money.
You got away. You took their money.
Yeah,
so,
you played the full game,
So
and
the
then
question
you're
is,
good.
so the question is how much money they lost, and also think about it, how much money people can sell their consoles for now before the game comes out.
To be honest, I feel like
I know they shut that shit down real
I feel
quick,
like
but
I feel like I know some people would probably do that, but I
Mhm.
feel like not a lot of people would buy consoles with Yakuza 6 on it. I'm not saying that Yakuza isn't a popular game to do that. I'm just saying that because Yakuza 6 will come out eventually, so they feel like why spend like $500 to play it early, that in which I can just wait until April,
right.
buy it for $60 and just be happy with that. Cause like it was like cause people like when yeah, we're going to fucking Flappy Birds. When Flappy Birds was done and they took it out of the stores, and that was a popular game, so that's why people sold their phones for that, because they're like, it's never coming back, but I still have it on my phone. So if you loved it and if you somehow deleted it, or if you never played it, you can buy my phone. You know what I mean?
Like
but Yakuza will come out.
Yeah.
And it will be a thing, and it's going to continue being a thing, so that's why I highly doubt that if people actually were to sell their consoles so people can play it early, they, like it's not even worth buying it if they could just wait, like, I just wait a month, and I pay $60, here we go.
See, that's what we say, but people nowadays.
I know. Who knows? But, I feel like it's not as much of a possibility.
It's not a big of a deal, but there's some people that'll probably make it a big deal.
Probably, I don't know, but yeah. So they they do their thing, and there you go, it's back. So if you want to play that demo, go ahead, it's there. Cause it's a good game, bro. It's a good game. Maybe we might play it. Maybe we won't. Find out, I guess. So yeah, the next article, which is if it'll ever load, because here we go.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Life is
So,
Strange 2.
What we got here is Life is Strange 2. So there was Life is Strange, the first game, and then there was Life is Strange
Before the Storm.
Before
the
the
prequel
Storm.
to the first Life is Strange. And
Yes.
pretty much the continuation of what Square Enix wants to do with Life is Strange is that pretty much they're going to keep making Life is Strange, but they're going to, of course, change the characters and change the story over time.
Yeah.
So we're no longer going to be seeing Chloe and Max. The next time we will see two different people.
Yeah, so Life is Strange 2, there's some details coming this month featuring the new stories and characters. As Adrian said. So yeah, like Life is Strange, Before the Storm, they want to change the characters and the whole story, so because I guess they don't want to have the same cast again, which is understandable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything's pretty much done.
Yeah, because it's done. Their stories ended. It's time to begin a new one. Let's see if there's anything but when the door closes, yeah, see, so when the door closes, the window opens, pretty much, and then that's pretty much them saying, like, yeah, we just want to start over. So yeah, like I guess let's see, likelihood of seeing, yeah, there, it's gone. So yeah, I guess they're going with new cast or anything,
that's pretty
but
much
they're
every
making a
time.
second one. Like after they're making a second one, so that's cool. I personally wasn't feeling Life is Strange, but after watching people play it, I'm like, you know what, this is fine. You know what I mean? It's not as like
compared to like Telltale games.
Yeah.
It's not like super hype.
It's not as
It's not as like.
It's not like
It's not as hands on.
It's not like Telltale, and that's what I think got me cause like when it came to like them saying hella and like what else they used, they'd be like, that's hella cool, and like that weird like kind of hippies like language kinda, and then they'd be like awesome sauce and stuff like that. I was like, fuck. Like when I heard that, that's what kind of turned me off at first, because when I heard stuff like when Max was saying that, I was like, that's cringy, bro. But at the same time, like, I guess that's just her character, bro, at times. So, that and the fact that I was like, when I heard about this and I was expecting there was like, oh, this is Square Enix's Telltale series. I was like, okay. And when I saw like, and I played a little bit of it, I was like, this isn't Telltale. Where's the choices and stuff? You know what I mean? Because there wasn't really much. There are choices, just not in the way of Telltale. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I was. It kind of threw me off, but it's different. It's kind of similar, but it's different in its own way. You know what I mean? And that's cool. You know what I mean? So it's cool that they're like, yeah, this is the thing. People liked it. It's good enough for us to make a second one. With new characters and a new story, which is, like I said, and like they said, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Because even though like you have a certain like group of characters that you like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you kind of just want to see like new characters do new things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the Last of Us, bro. Last of Us. Because I remember Last of Us, they were like, if we make a second Last of Us, we're going to have totally different characters as the main characters.
All of a sudden, it's like they're back.
But they're back, though. So, I mean, they can always do the thing where it's like, you can play as these two new characters, but you'll still be playing as the other two characters as well. And it's like, oh, they kind of said they were going to do their thing, but they still brought back the old characters, so y'all still lied. But, with this, they're actually like, no, they're gone now. So that's cool. That's cool. New characters, new story, because sometimes that's needed. Even though, like, it's like, even though you like your characters, sometimes you gotta go new, right?
Yeah, go back again.
But,
replace the and with the old out with the new.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So there you have it. If you like the Life is Strange, they got more. They got more for you.
You want more Life is Strange? Double the Life is Strange.
Double Life is Strange. Double your life is now even stranger.
Right.
That's what they should call it. Life is stranger. Yo, life is a stranger.
That sounds
coming for you.
That sounds creepy.
Life is a stranger. It becomes a horror game, bro.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Life is a stranger, bro. Shit.
How many we have left? How many have left? How many articles we got left?
I don't know. We got a bunch, bro. Look. Yeah. We gotta go. We gotta get it in.
Yeah, I don't know about all those stuff.
Yeah, we do. We gotta get it in, bro. Alright, so what we have here. So yeah, there's 4 minutes of Valkyria Chronicles 4, I guess. Battle system and stuff. Oh wow. Yeah. There's not really much to say. That
same old.
It's it looks like the first Valkyria Chronicles, which is good because the second one and third one were was very, very anime, more anime than this, and nobody liked it, and it was on like the handhelds and shit. So now that they're coming back to like more of like the first style, I guess, it's good. Cause I didn't beat Valkyria. Valkyria Chronicles. Thank you. Shit, I fucking can't speak. But I did like it, man, and I probably actually will continue the first game. Now that this fourth one's coming around, and it looks good, man. It looks good. Like I said, it looks good. And I hope they don't fuck it up, bro. I really don't. I hope it looks like the first one. So how can they, right?
They won't mess it up. It'll do good.
Yeah. So.
It looks exactly like the first one.
Yeah, like it looks like a continuation, to be honest. So that's good, bro. I like it. We'll just pause that. All right, cool. What else we got? Where were we? Right there. Okay. Oh yeah, the Avengers.
The Avengers being announced.
So yeah,
coming out this more soon.
Yeah, real quick. The Avengers are, I guess, like, what was supposed to come out in March? Or, no, May, right?
Yeah.
And then they pushed it up. They bumped it up. Yeah, to April. So that's cool. There's not really much to say, besides that, if you already seen the trailer, or the trailers for it.
Pretty much the whole movie.
It looks good. Nah, it doesn't look like the whole movie. The movie's gonna be long, bro. It's gonna be long, but they bumped it up to April, so I guess they got done faster than they thought. And they were just like, "Here you go, right?" And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a good movie because Marvel makes all the good movies now.
Pretty much.
So, or all their movies
All
are
their
good.
Movies are good. Pretty
So,
much.
so that's cool, man. That's cool. They bumped it up. So, if you're looking forward to that, there you go, man.
The Division.
Before that,
Sony confirms Days Gone.
yeah.
Oh, that game, man.
Yeah, if you remember this game. What do you think of this game, actually?
I mean, all I saw was that he shot zombies. That's it, really. That's. I mean, I need to see more. Besides him just shooting zombies, I need to see more.
Yeah. I mean, he shot zombies and stuff. Like, they haven't showed off too much.
Like, I need to see more of the gameplay.
They showed him driving and stuff on the bikes, and he was he was getting chased by wolves and stuff, or doggos. I don't know. It seemed cool, but you know, they do like at this rate, it kind of just looks like another Last of Us. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, it's another Zombo like thing. The only thing that keeps it like different from The Last of Us is that it's more. They're fitting more zombies on screen. And it looks more like Daisy-ish, you know what I mean? With like the zombies like bursting through shit and like in a horde of like, you know, groups, you know what I mean? Some like Left 4 Dead type, you know? But even more so, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, Left 4 Dead's more like arcadey-ish, you know what I mean? But this is more like Daisy or whatever, or not Daisy, but fuck. What's that movie called? Is it called Daisy?
It's that movie.
World War
Z.
World War Z. Yeah, that's what I meant. Not Daisy. Daisy's that
game that never was.
The game that never was actually a game. The fucking Steam access forever. So yeah, it's been delayed. There's no surprise, to be honest. But, you know, it seems like a cool game, so I'm slightly looking forward to it. So yeah, what we have next is The Division. Apparently Division is gonna be talked about, the second one. It's gonna be talked about this upcoming E3.
Well, let's hope they don't lie
about their game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of the games they do.
Yeah, let's hope they don't lie about any future updates for the game.
Yeah, I hope they.
It's like, I don't care about anything else. Just don't lie. That's it.
Yeah. I just hope, because the first one seemed like it had a good idea. You know what I mean? It just wasn't all together like it didn't hook. It didn't hook me in when I played it. So I'm kind of hoping they'll prove upon it. You know what I mean? Like, because they had the Dark Zone, and they're like, yeah, you're supposed to fight each other for loot and stuff. And I'm just like, legit, nobody, when I was playing it, nobody fought in the Dark Zone. Everyone was kind of cool with each other, and everybody's like, you want loot? I got my loot. We just gonna put it on the helicopter. We good. There was no reason to fight besides that. Oh, they might have better loot, but you already have like your loot that was already good to you. So there was no point in fighting, and like the enemies were like. Especially the bosses, bro. They were like bullet sponges, bro. There was no stun or anything. They would just like eat it, and they wouldn't get stunned or nothing, bro. And they would just whip your ass. I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Oh man, like the first one it was okay, but they just needed to improve like upon a lot of things, to make it better and make it feel like that what they were going for, that mixed like MMO-ish. Like shooter, I guess. Like the Destinies. Yeah, so there's that. What is this called? Oh, yeah. So, to no surprise, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is released on October 12th. Now, this is a little bit different from what they're used to, because they usually announce stuff on November, but now they're going for an October release date. I don't know what that means. I guess it's the fact that they're more ready now than before. But yeah, the Black Ops 4. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Because it's like, um, because I didn't think they would go for Black Ops 4. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it would be something else. You know what I mean? But I guess Black Ops 4 is more popular.
Not really. Just it's not even popular. Might as well just continue it for the hell of it.
I guess. But is it gonna? Do you think it's gonna be in the future or it's gonna be in the past?
Well, I don't even know, and at this point, I don't even care what they do. I mean, I'm still gonna get it, but I don't care whatever they're gonna throw it. I'll still buy it, but at this point, it's just not gonna make sense anyway.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just surprised that they went for Black Ops 4 and not like Blackout or Call of Duty the Resurrection or something. I don't know. But yeah, they're coming out with Black Ops 4, and we don't know if it's in the future or in the past. I feel like because no one, I don't know, because no one really wants it in the future. But it's gonna be weird if they went to the past. But we'll see. We'll see what they got, bro. We'll see. Let's see. You wanna take a break?
I guess.
All right. We'll be right back, guys.
We'll be back after these messages.
It's like, nah, that wasn't for you. That was for the podcast. It's like,
it doesn't matter. You're fired.
Oh fuck. It's like, I guess I can't do the podcast at work, guys.
You were never allowed to.
You were never. Yeah, you were never. Yeah, you was like, who gave you the permission in the first place? Oh my god.
It's like, oh, you got it.
Shit. All right, we back. Mm-hmm. We're back. You know, I was thinking about the whole Yakuza thing, and I was thinking about, you know, the cereal, Captain Crunch. Yeah. You know how they have oops all berries?
Yes.
Yakuza fucking Sega should make a cereal like fucking brand of saying oops all Yakuzas.
What the hell?
So there's either two choices. Either you have like little like actual like cereal, like, you know, fucking cereal in the box, and they're all like little Kiryus, or you actually like legit just stuff a bunch of like Yakuza games in there. So you just have like Yakuza 1, 5, 4. The nigga just goes to pour the cereal in the bowl. And it's like, damn it. That's what I bought, all Yakuzas.
I thought you would say you'll see Captain Crunch as like a Yakuza character instead. Call it like Yakuza Crunch.
Yeah, now
DLC. Or instead of Yakuza Crunch, what's it? The DLC would be called whatever the character's name, Crunch.
Oh, Kiryu?
Yeah, Kiryu Crunch.
Kiryu Crunch. Yeah, and then you see the Captain Crunch man come through, and you just start beating everybody on fucking, what's it called? I was gonna say Shibuya, but it's not Shibuya. Shit, forgot the place, but yeah, he's just running around, just kicking people through the streets and shit. And it's like, oh man, who is this? Who is this American?
Crunch.
Oh, oops, all Yakuzas.
Oops, all Yakuzas.
Oh shit. Oh man. All right, so now that we are back, we are going to go through. There's a lot on the list, as we mentioned before. So we're about to kind of just like read off the like some of the non-important ones and just give our little like legit like quick opinion on it. Not even go inside the article even. So, you know, sorry about that, everybody, but yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot. All right. Okay. So yeah, like so after the Black Ops thing, we got Blue Point is working on a new remake, following after, you know, Shadow of the Colossus, obviously. Shadow of the Colossus was, you know, everyone liked it.
Everyone liked it, but it's like the ending cliffhanger.
I mean, that's the game in general, but like the work they did for it, the remastering was good. You know, have you actually seen gameplay of it? Mm-mm. It looks like it looks good.
I saw like the picture, like I know it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks good. They did a good job.
Yeah.
So now, you know, they're working on something else, another remake. You know, I wish they would have made an actual game, but you know,
might as well polish up another one.
Yeah, might as well polish another one. What do you think it's gonna be?
If I say It'd be a mystery. I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know. I can't
You
think of
don't.
it.
Yeah,
I don't know what can come
it's
ahead.
too
What
in the dark,
I
bro.
don't. I don't know what games I think of that need to be remastered at
Remastered,
the
yeah. At
moment.
the moment, the only game I can think is, another game that Sony owns, which is Ico.
That might be
I feel like
maybe.
that one would be the other one. You know what I mean? Besides that, I'm in the dark, and I would like to see a remaster of that game because it's not as popular as Shadow of the Colossus, but it is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Next we have the Black Panther. It surpassed a million. Well, excuse me, not even a million, a billion, a
billion.
fucking billion worldwide.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie. Did you expect that?
No, not really.
I mean, I did because it's Marvel,
Yeah, but out of all the characters,
But
though,
yeah.
it took Black Panther to make the most money.
I think. Well, actually, it didn't. I don't think it made the most. I think everyone's just surprised because it's about Black Panther, and that it's not like Captain America or like the more well-known
Yeah.
superheroes, but it still did a pretty good job. You know what I mean? Because obviously, like Avengers probably got like 125,000, million billion fucking dollars, but it did good. So it's always good. To be honest, they probably made more by the time of this podcast. So good on them, man. Next up is
Fortnite cross-platform coming to Xbox One.
yeah. So yeah. So there's a Fortnite cross platform, right?
You can cross-play between Xbox, PS4, PC, and now also the mobile game as well.
Actually, but let me see here. Actually, we're gonna go into this one because there's actually a little bit more detail here, in which so Xbox One will be a part of the Fortnite crossplay plans, but still won't work with PlayStation 4. So Xbox will crossplay with like
PC,
PC, maybe even mobile, maybe,
but not PlayStation.
but not PlayStation. They still refuse to crossplay with them for some reason. I don't know why. Why? The only because they're competition, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
But why? What is the holdup, guys?
Because pretty much like at that point, I guess the money would go. I was gonna say like the money would go down because it wouldn't really matter which console you want to pick.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because at that point it wouldn't really matter which console you want to pick. So there would be like kind of like a leveling shift of like in the marketing.
Yeah.
Of, like who's gonna be making more money? Because it'll be one
Because
point
they're
like,
working together.
yeah, because they're working together. It's like, oh, everyone's buying more of this. So unless they're like saying like, okay, since everyone's buying it on like separate consoles, might as well like come together to make one console.
Yeah,
So
and I guess they don't.
They don't want to, I guess, do that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't see the problem, but there has because like I think PlayStation was it PlayStation. I remember Xbox because PlayStation didn't want to work with Xbox doesn't want to work with PlayStation, it seems, but PlayStation I remember one time
PlayStation
with Minecraft. PlayStation didn't want to work with Xbox because they were like, we're trying to protect our audience from people cross playing and all that and the swears and stuff. But I don't understand, because like Nintendo, for Minecraft, the Switch, they didn't want the cross platforming, and they're fine with it, and they're family friendly too. So I don't know what the deal is, man. But apparently there's gonna be some cross platforming, but not Xbox and PS4. They're still not hanging out, I guess. So apparently they're remaking or returning with the Duke the Duke controller, the original Xbox Duke controller, that big fat Xbox. You remember that? Have you ever?
Yeah, I had the original Xbox.
the big ass
the original controller.
Yeah. They're bringing that back for I think Xbox One. Do you think?
Why?
I don't know.
Honestly, for real, like the Xbox, that's it. But question, like, unless like for like collection reasons, like the Xbox controller is like fine.
Yeah, the Xbox One is fine. Like,
like the Xbox controller overall it just feels okay. It feels good in the hand.
Yeah, it does feel
It's
good.
good grip. Like
And what about the Duke controller?
nah, it was like
No.
a what's it call it? It was
So,
like the Dreamcast. It was
oh
like, it's
god,
like yo, like, what am I holding,
big
man?
ass fucking
This is a big
yeah,
ass
bro.
controller, bro.
So damn, bro. So yeah, um, because the thing was is that well in the article they pretty much say that it was supposed to be like some type of joke where they're like, oh yeah, let's bring it back, and then they got serious. They're like, wait, maybe we should. And then they decided like, okay, let's do it then. So now they're bringing it back, and that's the reason why. Even though nobody asked for it though,
asked for
so it's not gonna sell if nobody.
know.
I don't know, bro. But that's what they're deciding to do. My opinion on it, I think it's stupid. So
Yeah, that is stupid. Like unless like they show it and it's like smaller or something, but
yeah, because
that's a waste of money.
yeah, the original Duke controller sucked, bro.
Yeah.
But when they got the later version of it, when it was smaller, it was way better. I don't know what they're doing, fucking around. So next we have is the Final Fantasy VII remake is now finally, after several years of them like not saying anything.
What
bruh.
Square Enix had to do from the start to make money again?
I don't, because the thing was is that remember when they announced it, everyone lost their shit, right? Because everyone's like Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy VII, it's great. What? Oh, they're remastering it. They're remaking it. Well, first they remastered it,
Yeah.
and then now they're remaking it. So now it's gonna even look, obviously, as you can tell by the picture, a lot better.
Yep.
And yeah, like it. The thing about how now they're looking for a core team, like they announced this like in 2015.
Yep.
We're in 2018 now, and they've now decided, like 3 years later, they're like, all right, now we got to get an actual team to make it.
Mm-hmm.
All this other like. Bro, why'd they wait so long, bro?
I don't know, cause I guess they're like, I guess that they, fuck. I had it on top of my. It was on the tip of my tongue, but
Yeah.
it's like they I guess they weren't really. Not that I was gonna say like they were talking shit, but like it's like, oh, we don't have to worry about for a while since we have like other games to worry about, and also
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts,
and not other like small stuff here,
smaller
and there.
stuff, yeah.
And so it's like before they get a team to work on it, they got to get the right team. Because I know that it'll probably be hard to get the original team together. Because they're like thinking at first, it's like if they were to make it, they'd have to make it right. So if they had to make it right, they would have to get the original team. And who knows if like they're even still together or like still around.
At Square Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix.
Yeah. Like, let's see. I mean, what does it say here?
So a major project of fully remaking the game on PS4 can work in the best development environment, gain experience in flat organization using your talents to our heart's content, recruiting core members for the project, work on a big title for a chance to help your career, enjoy flexibility with a word work system and good benefits.
Yeah, and the reason for all the hands on deck approach states that the part about reproducing the original work in high quality graphics is reaching a satisfactory standard, and we've come to the conclusion that in order to meet expectations, we must increase its quality another step higher. So pretty much they're just, because like I guess they were just messy, like they didn't have like a big team on it, and they were just like slowly developing it. But now they need a lot more people to bump up the quality.
Because this is about to be a big.
Because yeah, it's gonna be a big game. Yeah, because the first one was also a big ass game.
It's separate in 3 discs, and also understanding how that is going to be. Hopefully, if it's how they're doing it, separating it into 3 parts, how it wasn't like 3 discs. If they're doing it like that, that makes sense.
I heard that's what they were going to do.
That makes sense.
And then like they were gonna do like the first part, and then like later on release the second part, and then later on release the third part.
Yeah. And who knows how long all that's about to take on together. And for core members, and like to find people like core, like having a core team, like for people that are watching this or hearing this out, like if people are interested in this, this is like a job, like they can't fuck around. Yeah, like they have to be like on top of their shit.
Yeah, because like a lot of like the more you realize how much something is like loved by the fans, like we talked about earlier, like with Berserk and stuff. The more you have to more like take care of it and do it like you can't mess up, because obviously people are gonna be like, what, and you're gonna get a lot of complaints, and then you're gonna get people saying that the game is bad because of this and this and this. So they're really trying to take their time with this. But the only question is, I understand that, but why they have to show everyone, and then and then why couldn't they show us when they were more further into development? You know what I mean? That's the only thing I don't like that Square Enix likes to do. They like to show us early, get us hyped up, and then make us wait for years, like Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
So, but yeah, but it's coming. And now they decided to hire a team, a core team now, or
so I guess
they're trying to hire.
So I guess once they get that core team, it's like, all right, we got our core team members. We're not hiring anyone anymore. So these are that's the core people from part 1 to part 3. And that's, I guess, they're the people in charge.
Yeah. So that's that. So yeah, next up after that is Nier Automata. The digital sales and shipment passed 2.5 million.
Yen, dollar.
Just I think it's
downloads.
Yeah, I think it's just within I think in America, because I don't think it wouldn't be such a topic if it was just Japan only. I think, because America is it's when it comes to Japanese games, it's but this one actually for it to do 2.5 or even pass it apparently, is a big accomplishment for something like Nier, because Nier is so just like Monster Hunter, it was very niche, even more so actually. So the fact that it did good was a good thing, and yeah, I'm happy because it turned out to be a good game made by Platinum. Yoko Taro, who wrote it, he's a good writer. He's a bizarre one though, he's a bizarre guy actually, in fact. But it's good. They did they did a good job. Combat's good. Obviously people like 2B and her design. I mean the rest of the cast is cool too, so it's cool that they got to that point, and more likely we'll be seeing more Nier games in the future, I guess, now, because it did so well. Okay, so after that, we got Sonic Mania, and it's getting a animated series on YouTube. Adventures, Sonic Mania Adventures.
As a YouTube Red exclusive, or
no, just on YouTube on its own. So actually, by the time this podcast does come out, the first episode is already out actually. And really quick, I just like to say that it looks good, because I think it's made by the same person. If you've actually seen or even played and just watched the beginning intro of the Sonic Mania, you know how that looked like. If you ever watched that, Adrian, have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
Where it's him running. Okay, I'll have to show you later.
Sonic Mania.
Yeah, there's if you remember,
running across the field.
Because in the beginning, when he does the little da, 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 and there's a animation thing that plays after you wait a couple seconds.
The opening of Sonic Mania.
Yeah, the opening
really?
of Sonic, Knuckles, and everybody running.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I always press start right after.
Yeah, no, you gotta wait I'd say a good 15 seconds if you want to see it.
Oh, see, yeah, see, this is like that. I just see Sonic running it's like, oh,
yeah.
this is a good little jingle.
Oh, nice. Let me skip it.
Let me skip it. Press start and get into the game. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, and one guy made it, and it's funny because he used to make little jokey cartoons and stuff, and now he was able to make this cool Sonic animation thing. And now I think he's actually, because it looks exactly the same intro thing, so I assume that he's doing he's the one actually working on this.
Right.
And it looks good, man. It looks good. So, I look forward to that. Like I said, the first episode's already out, so if you want to look it up, go look it up because it's there. They're obviously like real short, but it looks nice. So what we have next is Funimation apparently wants to put Goku in Super Smash Brothers. Like they're like okay with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Nintendo's like, oh, we want Goku in our Smash, they're like, go ahead. I don't even know what to say about this.
I mean, I can see it.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, they can put anybody.
Yeah, like the rule is, I think, it's like as long as the character has been on a Nintendo system or game, yeah.
Yeah, they can put anybody. Really.
Like, because we have Xenoverse 2, is on the Nintendo Switch, so there has been like Dragon Ball Z games like what's that game called? Dragon Ball Saga, that was for the GameCube. So
yeah,
there you go.
On the Game Boy,
they had Game Boy, Game Boy Advance games too. Yeah, so Goku has been on the Nintendo platform, so it could be a reality if they want it.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's one of those goofy things where it's like you assume to it never to be happening. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, really, Goku? But at this point, man, they put Cloud in it, so I mean, I guess that's not too much of a surprise. But like,
it's honestly, it's not. I'm not really upset that it's Cloud because Cloud's already been like used to death for any like variated games.
I mean, but like, I was still shocked that they put Cloud in Smash to begin with, and Bayonetta, especially Bayonetta. So I mean, at this point, I'm just like, they put Snake in Smash too. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's like it made sense for Cloud and Snake because they were both like on the NES.
Yeah.
So that felt like that was kind of like it felt like they did belong.
Yeah, they did.
It's like here. Cloud, not really. They could have used a different Final Fantasy character. They
could have, but Cloud was more known.
Cloud's the popular, the more popular famous character. But yeah, it's like Snake and Cloud fit. Bayonetta, it's like just because like she's on Nintendo, like.
Yeah,
I don't think she should be added to the team yet, but they put her in and it worked.
They did it because like because one came out and one was for all the systems, and then 2 came out and Nintendo they got Bayonetta 2 exclusively, and now we're getting Bayonetta 3 exclusively for Nintendo. You know what I mean? So I guess they felt strong about that, and they also did it because. It was DLC, and people were like they asked people like through like voting like who you'd like to see, and apparently Bayo kind of won that, so that's pretty much why they're like, yeah, put her in. So I wouldn't be surprised if they put Goku in, especially as a DLC character, because like I said, DLC characters are just like it could be anybody at this point.
Yep.
So yeah, but I mean, like I said. I'm surprised, but not really, if they were to do that. All right, so next up is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Apparently it's getting remastered, but apparently they say it won't have multiplayer.
Which is for better and for worse.
How so?
For better?
Please. How so?
No, because for better, because... They probably just butchered like they did for the Modern Warfare remaster.
Oh,
because the Modern Warfare remaster, because they turned that into like an entire different game. So it's like they said it was a remaster, but then they added all the stuff and pretty much just like made it Black Ops 3 just without the jetpacks and like all the other kill streaks and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So like honestly, so it's for worse that it sucks that we don't get to enjoy the old school Modern Warfare, but I rather enjoy the story mode remastered than a whole different multiplayer. And then they say remastered game.
Yeah, I understand, but like out of all the Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2 should be the one that they're like, we have to put multiplayer.
We have to put
because that was the core thing.
Yeah, that was the core one. They should have put work into this.
And it really bumped it. You know what I mean? The multiplayer status. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like they should put multiplayer in it. I just feel like they should learn from the first mistake, and which they should bring back the multiplayer, and they should tweak it, but not, and stuff, but like keep everything the same. You know what I mean?
Just make it run more smooth,
Smoother,
and just make it look better. That's all they gotta do. Just make it look good.
If
and
something
make it
was
smooth.
a little bit broken before, try to tweak it. You know what I mean? But besides that, don't mess with it after that.
Like, because like for the Modern Warfare, like I didn't play it, but I saw like videos, like they added like all these extra guns, all these extra camos that looked exactly the same. Like all apparently a bunch of characters that look exactly the same. Like a bunch of like throwing weapons and melee weapons. I'm like, this isn't Call of Duty 4 anymore.
Pretty much Black Ops 3'd it.
Yeah, and like this is a whole different game, bro.
So, yeah, like, yeah, so like I feel like they should bring it back, but just be, like they shouldn't mess with it too much. Just like the story, story's fine as it own, it's fine as it is, and there's not really much they can really do to mess up the story, and that's why I assume that, like you said, the story is fine because like they can't mess up the story as bad as they could the multiplayer, like they did with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So, and I guess that's why it's not gonna probably be like a more fuller price game, and that's why apparently on the article here it says that it'll probably be around $25. Yeah,
not bad.
25, just because it's just story only without multiplayer. So 25 instead of 40, or something like that. So, like I said, I wouldn't be mad if it was just single player. I'd just be disappointed.
No, yeah, what if it was like awesome? I enjoyed the story. No more multiplayer. Like the question is like that. Actually, that makes me think about it because like if it's just a single player, that means like, are you playing? Where's the spec? Is there Spec Ops?
You're right. Would there be Spec Ops?
I'm saying, like, is there about to be Spec Ops like by itself,
or is it no?
Or there is no Spec? Like that means
yeah, like I don't know. Does that count as single player content?
Because that was more of a co-op thing. So
or
if
multiplayer.
It was because I was on it was on the multiplayer, but it was just like you and a buddy. That was
it wasn't actually multiplayer.
Yeah, so if they were to do that, they might keep that maybe.
Maybe yeah, we'll just have to see. Like I said, I hope they bring in multiplayer as long as they don't mess with it. But I would understand if they're trying to take precaution. I have a good feeling they might at least keep the Spec Ops. At the very least, yeah. If not multiplayer, at least add the single player and Spec Ops with it.
Yeah.
So at least it doesn't feel like just only single player.
Yep.
Okay, so after that, speaking of or the past thing that we were talking about, the animation, the cartoon for Sonic, they also are having a Sonic Mania Plus coming, to the game this summer, with new characters and and a physical release, which is cool.
Wait, so this is a whole new this is the updated game?
It's pretty much like an update. Yeah, it's pretty much a game with DLC, just added to it this summer.
Okay.
Which is cool because because like they're showing support towards this thing that was made by fans, not Sega. But by fans that were given permission to make, this game, and it's still getting support.
Did a fantastic job.
Yeah, and they did a good job, and so it's cool that they can still support that because I know Sonic Forces ain't got no extra DLC after all the DLC they got now.
Yeah, I can't do that alone.
Yeah, so yeah, do your double boost, bro.
Yep.
Double boost out of there. I can only imagine Adrian just be like let's do this, and then Sonic comes out of nowhere, it's like dun, 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 starts playing that song. You start running. I can't do this alone.
Yeah,
gotta run to Sega.
Yeah.
Oh shit. So that's nice. I like that. So because Sonic Mania is a good game, man.
Yeah.
I didn't beat it.
Neither did I.
But
it's
but what I did play, yeah, it was good.
It.
Some classic shit. Oh, okay, here we go.
Speaking of classic, Toys R Us. I didn't really. It's like I said before. I didn't really shop at Toys R Us, but seeing that the fact that it's gone, it's disappearing soon. And it's just
bro. I heard this. It blew me, bro. Because that's half my childhood, alongside of going to GameStop as well and playing outside, going to Toys R Us and picking up toys, man, and seeing all the toys there, man. And if you go further back, at least in our local toy store, or Toys R Us, there was a section in the back where they had the bikes and like
Yeah,
scooters and stuff.
yeah.
I was like, yo, it looked like a little workshop, like you know, like they would have for like cars, but just for like bikes and like
Yeah.
scooters. I was like, yo,
This is
oh
cool.
man, and like you go there get fucking Bionicles, Hot Wheels. Oh man, damn, sad man. So yeah, like Toys R Us is apparently closing around the Americas
Yeah.
pretty soon, or if it hasn't already closed. And it sucks because a lot of people are going to lose
A
their
lot of
jobs, man.
That's a lot of jobs.
I think
out
in
the
the
market.
in the article it said about like 300 like thousand or some shit. So it's quite a bit of people, man. So I'm like, damn, bro, damn. But it's just how our future is now.
Yeah.
No one really wants
No one can really-
toys.
yeah.
They want phones, iPads, and
And then again,
The
like,
Fortnites.
and also then again, you don't really have to go to this toy
their
store.
PlayStation. Yeah,
You don't really have to go directly into this toy store.
Yeah,
We
anymore.
have the internet where we
yeah.
can
Where
do
you're just like, I
online
want my
marketing.
toy. I can
I can go
I
order
can online. Yeah, Amazon or some shit.
Mhm.
So, thank you, Toys R Us.
You served well.
Yeah, you
I
you
wanna
gave me
be a
you gave me my.
Toys R Us kid.
I want to be a kid. Yeah. Damn, bro. Sucks, man. Like, damn. I'm disappointed, bro. Cause like that was my childhood, and
Like I said, I didn't go there. that
Kids will now
often, but
not know
yeah,
about Toys
kids
R
won't
Us.
know what it means. Yeah.
yeah, in a couple years, bro.
It
Because
that
it's gone.
reminds me of when Kmart closed down. Like Sears pretty much bought them all out, and there was only one left in Florida. And as of this recording, I don't know if it's still there or
It's
not.
probably not.
I'm just like, jeez.
Yeah, I just never thought Toys R Us would be gone, But here we are, gone, just like Blockbuster and the rest. But yeah. But anyways, next up we got The Witcher's Geralt, confirmed for Soul Calibur 6.
See, now this is what I can say is an actual proper guest appearance. Because Soul Calibur 5 having Ezio Auditore is like, I like my man
Auditore.
Ezio, but just having him show up to fight Nightmare, I'm just like, this is not. What the fuck?
I kill you with my hidden blade.
I'm okay with the hit. Like, and his moveset wasn't really that tight. Oh my goodness. It was so ass backwards. Soul Calibur 5 was so bad.
Yeah, a lot of people did not like Soul Calibur 5 for the fact that they had new cast members and it was very very anime.
So very that was very anime, and then
The
also it was
cast.
the cast was like really weak. It's like it had the characters everyone knew and loved, but then when it came to like the weapon masters and shit, like I told you before, it's like they had a person that had all the male weapons, they had a character that had all the girl weapons, and then they had a character that had every person's weapon. So it's like, so what's the point
So
of
dumb.
picking
Yeah,
an
what's
edge
the-
master?
Yeah, what's
There's
the
no-
point of the male?
Or what's the point of these edge masters when I can just pick the middle
the
edge
one,
master
the
that has
one
everything?
that has everything in the first place. What? Oh my god.
But if I do say one thing I did like though was making characters. That was
Yeah,
that was
obviously
that was probably the
every
funnest part.
like every Soul Calibur that comes out, the character creation gets more and more in depth, man.
It was
It's
good.
that's the
one-
good part.
It's like that was probably the only part of the game I enjoyed, like
That- yeah.
making characters.
Yeah.
Like if I were to
'Cause
go
you can
back
make
to an
some
old
shit.
yeah, if I were to go back to my old file, like I had like made over 30 characters. Like I spent most of my time just making characters.
God damn.
Because it was interesting. Like, yo, these are some cool.
Yeah,
ass
I can make-
outfits,
I
bro.
can
Like,
make some cool
I can
things.
I can make tight ass cool stuff. With
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But then again, and then it's like time to show it off in the online. That's if you can connect.
Yeah. Oh,
Every time me and Tyrell try to play, it's just like, you in? No.
no. Oh, well.
And this was before party chat.
We'll try again,
This is
yeah.
before party chat. So this is back when you had to set. This is before Sony stepped up their game with
Yeah, this
party
was for
chat.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is back on the PlayStation 3.
they had
when,
the
like,
party chat.
back when we didn't have party chat, we had party text chat. So we had to be texting and stuff. So this was like, oh man, you in? No, I'm not in. Oh fuck,
Oh,
man, I'm
shit.
gonna be here for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's cool, man. The only reason why I think Ezio was in there because he fit that kind of because you know how Soul Calibur is like, in the older time.
older medieval times.
Yeah,
I see
and that's
what
why I
you mean.
feel, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's theme appropriate, but besides that, it's like, I don't know, man.
Nah,
Ezio, why, And so that's why,
And also, I feel like also like Assassin's Creed 2 after like him the character like at the like Assassin's Creed was like at the hype moment at the time.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So they were like,
Like
let's
we gotta
bring
like
this man up.
we gotta claim that man before like
Yeah,
someone
before
else
someone
does.
else
Before
does.
PlayStation All Stars does.
Yeah. Oh, please, Jesus Christ, dog. No.
Hey, see, you can say what you want, but hey, man, me and the boys, we enjoyed it.
I mean, you guys weren't the only ones, but
We
boy, oh
enjoyed
boy.
as stupid as it was, we enjoyed it. It was like, yo, this is like for real. It felt good that Sony actually. I still feel good that Sony did it though.
yeah,
They made
it just should have been better.
It could have been way better. But the fact
better
that they
characters that should have been
admit.
there. Like,
but the only problem is like they could have added Sora, they could have added Cloud,
Bro,
they could have added Spyro, but the problem was like the third party.
yeah, they
So
had
like
to.
so
get
if
them
they
to
want
agree.
so if they had to add Cloud, they had to go to Nintendo.
Yeah.
If they want to add Sora, they got to go through Disney. If they want to add Spyro, where he started, but they have to go through fucking Activision and then it's the Skylander people.
Yeah, they had to go through a lot of people.
So that was the only problem with the cast. They
When
had
it
to go
comes
through
to-
a lot of people to get like their old characters.
That's the
back.
problem because like PlayStation doesn't have they don't have a lot of like characters that they own personally. Because with Nintendo, they have so many like IPs and so many characters for themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they were able to make their own like fighting game because they have so many
Yeah, I mean,
characters,
yeah.
that they own. They don't have to go and ask. But like and that's why there's the DLC and guest characters because like that's why there's only like a few because they only have to ask a few and it doesn't take too much. But with PlayStation, they don't own too many IPs, so they have to like outsource and go get the other IPs and get permission from the other places that were games that had games on the PlayStation, but they don't actually own those characters.
Yeah.
They just had those characters on PlayStation, so they'd have to ask for permission.
Yeah, and it sucks because they could have added Crash, but I think I remember there was like a few Crash games that got put on Xbox, and then after that, like I think that was at the time when the two main people at Crash left, and so they'd have to go through them. Sony wouldn't even have to go through like Naughty Dog anymore to even like try to put Crash on it. It was like it was crazy.
Yeah, so that sucks, but
like it was good that they did it, but it was hard to get it done. Because there was
because there was a lot of work.
There was a lot of work, and there was only like so many. There were so many more exclusives they could have did it, but there's only so much they were able to do.
Yeah. So, but like seeing Garrett as a character is cool because, like I said, if he also just like Ezio kind of fits that timeline of like old and medieval, like
But he fits way.
But
more.
way better because like
he's not gonna assassinate Nightmare.
Yeah, like he actually fights like.
He fights
monsters.
Not people like Nightmare. Maybe the other guy with this I forgot his name, but with the creepy crawly pattern with the claws.
Volvo.
Yeah, Volvo.
Volvo.
Like I don't see him fighting Nightmare, but I see him fighting a person like that in The Witcher.
I see him fighting Nightmare because Garrett has two swords.
Mm-hmm.
He's like even in the game he was like someone was like, what's that sword for? And he's like, that's for monsters. And he's like, okay, what's the other sword for? For the other type of monsters. And so pretty much like he was saying that the one for monsters is for actual monsters and the other one is for humans who are, because that's why he said other type of monsters. Which is funny. But like, yeah, so like pretty much he has like the steel sword and he has a silver sword. The silver sword for like actually slaying like actual monsters like vampires and like werewolves and stuff. So like I see him fighting like a monster like Nightmare, you know what I mean? And him like, like, oh, there's a contract that he had to go and kill Nightmare, you know what I mean? And yeah, no, it's really cool that he's added into Soul Calibur and to see that he's getting some play after, The Witcher 3 and whatnot. So that's cool, man. So yeah, after that, we got Horai, which is a kind of just like what are they? They're a company that makes a lot of things. Is what
third part accessory,
like accessory company, yeah, kind of, because they make fighting sticks. They make a lot of third party stuff in general.
They're trustworthy.
I say they're pretty. The fighting stick I had before, the one I have now, that was made by Horai, and it was pretty good. They make some pretty decent stuff. I even have like one of their like kickstands or whatever for the Switch. So that, you don't have to use a little quick stand. You can put it on the thing. And that works fine. They do some good stuff, man. Apparently they're making a proper D-pad on the Switch, the Joy-Con. So it's funny because we were playing on our break. We were playing some Kirby just a little bit, and yeah, um like on the thing, we were just like it'd be a little bit better if there was like a more, because like it's just buttons.
More movement in the D-pad.
Yeah, like there was an actual D-pad, and so now they're making one. But apparently it's not. It's only for like for the what's I'm gonna call it, the like you can't take it out of like TV mode, I think. So it's only for like single player or something, or maybe oh no, it's you can only use it for I believe it was like handheld mode or something. Like you can't use it for one or the other one. I think
you can't play. You can't.
yeah,
Have some,
like you can only. It's like for a specific thing.
If it's for a specific thing, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, but
that makes sense.
Yeah,
actually, yeah, that does make sense because if you're playing like the game, if you're playing like a single player game, you're only gonna need the D-pad for one.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have like the other controllers, like I only have single buttons, you have more movements.
You have buttons, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why when you want to play with a buddy and use the other Joy-Con, you'd have to use your original one.
Yeah, so if you use that one, it'd be like, so I'm just pretty much move it again.
Yeah, so I mean that's cool, I guess. I mean, I generally don't need one, but it's for, I guess, the people who are like, there needs to needs to be a D-pad.
And also if you want to play a fighting game on it.
That's true. Okay, so after that we got a
Fully Cooly.
The Fully Cooly, yeah, Fully Cooly. So yeah, apparently Fully Cooly, which is an anime. Apparently it's getting a sequel. And it's coming out in June, the 2nd of June. Fully Cooly is it's a good anime, bro.
It's awesome.
This place.
Yeah, like
Ugh. What a dump. They say nothing amazing ever happens here, which is kind of true. I mean, look at her. Look at him. Look at all of them. They don't know what they have inside of them.
Pretending you can't hear. That's like your thing, am I right?
They're just sleepwalking through life, wondering when something amazing is gonna happen. That's where I come in. 'Cause they don't know it yet. But these kids are the key. And I'm gonna show them how to unlock some doors. Whether they like it or not.
What the heck is that thing? I have no idea. I was just walking home and then it came out of nowhere.
Or we might all get killed.
Everybody will die.
Get ready, world. Here I come. It takes an idiot to do cool things. And that's why it's cool.
all right, that's why it is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much like yeah, as you saw in the video, yeah, they're getting they're getting 2 seasons actually.
One in June, one in September.
Yeah, one in June, one in September.
And
Which
these
is
are OVAs.
no, they're actual seasons.
Okay, so
Yeah.
12, I'm guessing.
Between the June and September, I would assume. Now the thing is like the very first one only had 6 episodes,
Yeah.
and I can't really like it was because I remember I watched it and it was very bizarre, bro. It was
Yeah.
very bizarre. I didn't even understand what was
You
happening.
started off with a boy, and then all of
And-
a sudden he has like, so his ball just comes out of his head, and then guy with TV screen.
Yeah, and you're just like, what is going
And then
on?
girl with guitar is able to kick everyone's ass. I'm like,
Yeah, and you're just
what
like,
am I-
well,
what am I looking at?
Anime.
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. But yeah, I really am excited to see this because it looks good. It looks good. I mean, obviously the way the animations and stuff seems to be kind of there still. You know what I mean? The way it's like
Nothing's
very
changed,
animated.
Still same old.
Yeah,
Same old.
But
Just
like
more
the
polished.
yeah, it's more like it doesn't look like old anime anymore. It looks more newer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's cool. Let me see. Is there anything in the article that's worth talking about here? Yeah, it'll be on Toonami, of course, because it was the first one was on Toonami as well.
Yeah,
That's why I actually watched it.
Thank God they don't release it now on April Fools.
Oh boy.
When they did on Samurai Jack, and that actually made a lot of people upset.
Yeah. Well, cause Samurai Jack, bro.
Yeah, man, it was like that one. Like everyone's like, "Yo, April Fools," but here's Rick and Morty. It's like no one cares about Rick and Morty. Everyone wants Samurai Jack.
Yeah, everyone wants Samurai Jack,
Like
bro.
so many people were pissed that Saturday.
Yeah. Let's see what the sequel. Yeah, they're just pretty much talking about like what's happening.
Pretty
Here.
much what's happening.
But yeah, it's really cool, man. I'm excited. I will be watching that when it comes around. So yeah, looking forward to it, right?
Gosh.
All right, what else we have? Oh god. So Atari is they're pulling back the curtains apparently. So says this title, and they're making another console.
Yeah, I saw a article on this. I didn't bother reading it because, like, honestly, I don't care. I understand, like, this is that's the grandfather.
It is.
That's the grandfather
they made a lot of
game. They made
classics.
That's the grandfather of the video game.
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna go fucking ham, but the fact they're gonna make a new system, it's like they're not. With what's out right now, I don't know.
Nah, and apparently it's going to bridge the old with the new. So I assume that they're gonna make a console in which you can play the older Atari games, and they'll have like newer ones,
the newer Atari,
or
games.
they might have like third-party games on, that are newer.
Probably.
And yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like every other, like if you didn't establish your console back then and and it's not still going now, then I don't see any other like
just randomly just coming out the lights like we're gonna
unless
make a console too.
Unless you're legit like going to make like you got like a game changer going, you know what I mean? That's
like
better than
you feel like people are like you feel like you're about to suck a lot of people into the market with this. Like you better be ready to whatever you're about to show. You better be ready.
Yeah, like I feel like if you're not bringing a console that is gonna out like pace the other consoles, and that is just like this is good but not better, then I feel like it's not happening. And that's what I feel this is what they're trying a thing, but just kind of like Sega, it's just not gonna work out. So, hey,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe there might be people who are like, yeah, but as for me, no. But yeah, so Level 5 says that their future main titles are gonna be on the Switch. Yeah. Level 5, the makers of one of our current LPs, Rogue Galaxy, and
also creators of White Knight Chronicles.
They've also made Lock's Quest, which was for the DS.
They also made actually same developers of Rogue Galaxy made the I have the game called Dark Chronicles 2. I have to look it up, see what it's called. I think the title's wrong, but it's called Dark Chronicles. It's the same people that made Rogue Galaxy.
Is it like an RPG? Yeah. They're RPG, man. And of course the latest game of that they made around this time of this podcast, which is Ni no Kuni 2. They've also worked on that, so they've had their they have their games. So yeah, their main titles are gonna be on the Switch now, which is pretty cool. They make good games, so that's cool. So yeah, that's nice. After that, we got Dragon Quest 11, which it's already out in Japan, but it is coming to the West in September for PlayStation 4 and Steam, but not for the 3DS because it's the 3DS.
It would look at this point. I'm not saying forget about 3DS, but at this point it'll be too much.
Yeah, like I mean, we got the Switch, There's no point. But I like Dragon Quest. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like their games, you know what I mean? It kind of goes with like they've been around since like Final Fantasy as well.
And
So
this is back when like it was before they changed the name. It was
yeah,
Dragon Warrior.
Dragon Warriors, yeah, and obviously the artist, Toriyama, right?
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, who makes the Dragon Ball Z.
Shala.
You know, he also kind of helped. You know, or did he make Dragon Quest, or did he just he drew? Yeah, he drew the art for Dragon Quest. So that's cool, man. I might pick that one up actually. Since you know, like I said, I've dipped my hand in some other Dragon Quests, so I think I might pick this one up. Okay, so yeah, you know what? Yeah, so the next topic is Bloodstained, which was a Kickstarter game, right?
Okay.
That was made by like I think it was like kickstarted by like some of the original like people who made the Castlevania games.
Mm-hmm.
They had a Kickstarter and everyone was like, hell yeah, and then that got funded real quick. So yeah, apparently they got some huge names, bro, that are gonna be voice acting in their game. So you know, people that have had big roles. As you can see up there, it says you know, people who played Solid Snake, Noctis, Soldier
David
76,
Hayter,
Alucard.
Duskin, Ray Chase, Carrie. I don't want to butcher that last
Yeah,
name.
you don't want to butcher the last name.
Rena.
But yeah, they got a lot of
Frida,
people, man. Like from people from Persona 5, Nier, like, you know, JoJo. Like fuck,
they got
bro.
David Hayter. That's
David
that's
Hayter.
hard.
Yeah,
You know,
Solid
that's hard.
Snake,
They
bro.
got Big
Bro,
Boss.
they got Big Boss.
They got
bro.
Big Boss. The original Big
It's
Boss.
not a snake, bro.
Oh
So
my
they got some big names, man, which is really cool because in this article it says, you know, like they didn't even say anything about no English, you know, cast at all. Like, so we were like, is there going to be English voice acting? And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, here's a list of everybody who's going to be in it.
Now
And
leave us
they-
alone.
And they got a good group of good people.
They got They got good people.
Yeah, and then like
they
Adrian
didn't,
said,
didn't get that one guy that's like, all right, you're gonna voice the main character, but you're also gonna voice the clerk short man. So go voice him too.
yeah. So yeah, they got a lot of huge names here, and you know, like Adrian said, they dropped it and they're like, haha, leave us alone now.
Leave us alone now. So now you have stuff to look forward to.
Yeah,
Go
we
away.
got big names now.
Now let us work on the game in peace.
That's right. So that's really cool, man. I'm actually just like you know, just like the Dragon Quest. I'm looking forward to this game. Unfortunately, I did not kickstart it, but if I knew about it, I would have. So yeah, it looks to be a neat game. You know, kind of like the classic Castlevania games. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, and seeing, you know, the Mr. Solid Snake, David Hayter, voice act again. So that'll be neat. After that, we got a new trailer for Persona 5, the anime series. Yeah, I like Persona, so I put this up, and you know, I like to watch it, you know, see what it's about, and I mean, oh, we got the advertisements. Hold up, guys. Baseball's back. Who's gonna shine? But yeah, like, the thing is that people were complaining about the animations and stuff for it, because it looked kind of bad. Persona 5 G animation. So there you go.
It's not G, it's the. Say it
Yeah,
right.
well,
It's like, no.
but nah, it looks good.
So is it
oh
pretty,
god, here we go.
leave
Hold
it
on.
alone.
Chill.
Enough.
No more.
But,
Yeah.
So is it pretty much like just, I'm guessing, the same as like the Persona 4 animation, just pretty much like all the cutscenes of the game, just
Yeah,
with more
pretty much like the
movement?
people who made the cutscenes are making the
charge,
anime,
so
are
it's
in
like-
charge.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean this looks better than like the previous trailer because some people were complaining about like the way like some characters looked in the backgrounds and stuff. I mean I've seen this a lot in like in the recent JoJo 2, how they like there was like some scenes where they looked kind of weird, and that's what this was happening. But obviously they showed a new trailer and it looks good. Looks like Persona, looks good. I mean I beat the game already, and the game's good. So yeah. The anime looks just as good, and I'll probably be watching it. Yeah, so that's it's good. Everything's good. Everything's good about Persona. So after that, we got oh god, here we go. So here's a bizarre one. So there's a horny Switch game
Stop.
that wants
Oh
you
my
to get you talking dirty. Apparently, is the headline here. So apparently, Nintendo is coming out with a game. I don't know. Well, not made by Nintendo, but this is like some game that's like supposed to be like. It's pretty cheap. It's like, how much is it? I think it's like 500 yen, which is really cheap. It's like, I think $5 in Japan. But yeah, so it's really cheap, and it's a game where you like talk to like there's like certain like, it's like everything's like kind of like already like, you pretty much just choose what you want to talk about or some shit, or like what you want to, I don't know, man. It's fucking bizarre. Just look at this. Like I don't know, bro. Like there's like, I think they're like porn actresses, I think. In which you talk to them, or not talk to them, but like you pretty much, they have like set up like pictures and like videos for you to watch, and whatever you're in the mood for, you just watch, and you just you mess around with it. To be honest, I don't know.
I have no comment.
No comment?
No.
Damn, bro. Well, for you guys who own a Switch and maybe a Japanese account, if you feel like you want to get to talking dirty, here you are. This is what you get. Apparently, yeah. It's most likely not coming to the West for known reasons, but yeah, this is a thing on Nintendo, on a Nintendo console. We made it, boys. We finally got them to be a little bit less family friendly. Here we are. I think it's great. Keep it up, Nintendo. All right. So moving on from that, we got so the creator of Danganronpa is working on a new game now. Danganronpa. Called Zenkai Zero. And it is coming to the West, honestly. It's coming here, which is great. I guess it's their new game.
That's a double?
I don't know.
What the?
Danganronpa is a good series. I played 1 and 2 and working on 3.
It's also the visual novel.
It is also a visual novel, yes. Made by Spike Chunsoft. And Danganronpa is a good series, so like I'm excited to see what other projects they're working on. So yeah, I'm gonna click on this video and we're gonna watch and see what's happening here. Of course, after the advertisement.
Turn it off.
Of course, after the advertisement, because because they gotta make money too, right? Everybody's gotta make money. Oh man, that's some fine wine. All right, here we go. This is the trailer right here.
So Zenkai Infinity Zero.
So here we go. Yeah, like what the hell?
What the hell?
Exit out.
Those are the faces of
Oh
evil
god.
at the dinner table.
Oh no. Gotta stop that. No. Oh boy. Oh
Jesus
no.
The doggos.
The doggos, bro. Why'd they bring that up?
No bullshit.
But yeah. So that was I mean, it looks like it's trying to go from its regular like. I mean, honestly, it's probably gonna be like half visual novel, maybe half like RPG, kinda.
It looked like some dungeon dragon kind of scale.
Yeah, like that first person RPG shit. Very interesting, very bizarre, just like I expect from them. But yeah, you know, I don't know. Obviously, like you die and it looks like you like come back to life or something.
Come back to life.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
So it seems like the whole cast is still gonna be here.
Yeah, like I don't. It's kind of hard to tell.
There is no class trial here.
Yeah, there's something else, bro. Something very bizarre. But I am looking forward to it because it's different. And oh yeah, don't forget the dodongos. But yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever that was. Okay, and last but not least,
pretty much what's probably been set to death.
Here we are. Everything to show about the Nintendo Direct. We will not be playing the video obviously because it's like a 30-minute video. That's too long. So we'll just quickly go over what was shown here. Obviously, the most important thing that everyone cared about and it probably like broke a table over. Smash Bros. What do you think about it? Do you think it's gonna be new or do you think it's gonna be old, like a port? Because that's the big question.
Yep. It's like what I remember Tony was. I know Tony was confused about this too. It'll probably be a port, but just with like a more polished and new characters, pretty much.
Yeah, because like I feel like.
And sorry to cut you off, but what's funny is that we don't know if it's a new Smash, but the creator is coming back to help out.
Sakurai, yeah.
So he's coming back to help out. Even though he said he was done. And
like the last time, I know.
So that's done, but I think he might be supervising it though, because it's understandable. Because it's like, all right, I'm not gonna help you guys, but I'm gonna be here to make sure you don't fuck it up. So that's probably what's gonna be happening.
Yeah, like because I feel bad because like I know this man wants to do other things. You know what I mean? Not just work on Smash. You know what I mean? Obviously he was the creator of Kirby. You know what I mean? So he does make, and help Kirby, but mainly they kind of just like lock him into Smash because he kind of helped make it more bigger than anything.
Yeah, for need be.
So like it kind of sucks that they keep bringing him back to work on it, even if it were just to supervise. But that maybe like it is what it is, man. And I kind of feel bad, but He could have said no.
He could have said no, but he doesn't. I guess this is just for precautions. Like, I don't want to see them mess this up.
Yeah, and then for some reason people are gonna blame me.
Yeah.
So, but Smash. I mean, who doesn't want Smash? Like who?
And it's coming this year.
That's fine. Yeah. That's a big shock.
So
that's why
we don't have to wait, really.
Yeah. So I feel like, even though I would like it to be kind of new, I feel like it would be more of a port unless they've been working on it since the last Smash. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So, yeah, I mean, it's coming around. Everybody likes Smash. After that, we got Mario Tennis Aces.
I never played the Mario. I played Mario Strikers, and that was it.
I don't remember. Was that the one for the GameCube?
Yeah.
I think I played that one too, and I was like, cool. I mean, it's cool. I'm not like hyped up about it, but it's Mario tennis game.
Yeah, that's a Mario game.
It's coming,
and we all know Mario. They're good, damn good.
Yeah, damn good. We got a WarioWare Gold. What is this made for? It's made for the 3DS. I really don't have much to say about this.
It's a Wario.
It's WarioWare, I guess.
I wasn't really too big on the Wario games anyway. Really.
Like I don't have much to say because I don't know much about it in particular, and I never played it. So
yeah, it's just a bunch of like mini
games. Yeah, that's all I really know.
Mini games and stuff. It's like, where's Wario himself?
He's
just
right there. But yeah, that's coming around. Dylan's Dead Heat Breaker is coming for the 3DS.
That sounds like a move.
Yeah, maybe it is. Bruh, so I played the first one, and touched the second one a little bit.
Wait, so is he coming back on the 3DS or is he gonna be on Switch?
It's gonna be on the 3DS still, unfortunately.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but the Dylan games, man, they're pretty good.
I
Bro.
only played the second one.
I played the first one mostly, and I got stuck because it was hard, for me because I suck. But yeah, no, the Dylan games, man, they're actually pretty good. So yeah, the only downfall is that it's still on the 3DS and only the 3DS. Maybe we'll get a Switch port later, but yeah, but it's good to see that he's still getting his games, man. Look how cool he is, bro. Like, damn, bro.
And plus, it's in the Western.
Yeah, dog. Like an armadillo, bro. That looks like a cowboy, bro.
That makes armadillos deadly, man.
Yeah, fucking awesome, bro. Okay. Up next is the Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story Plus with I guess the extra bonus thing with Bowser's Jr.'s adventure. So it's just pretty much a remake of Bowser's Inside Story.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I played and beat Bowser's Inside Story. It was good. It was good. I liked it. So, they remake a good game. That's fine.
Sherlock Holmes Pikachu.
That's next, yeah. Detective Pikachu. Apparently, I think this is actually out by the time of this recording. People are saying it's good. And I remember I saw one thing that was like, this is the best Pokemon game up to date or whatever. I'm like, how? That sounds gibberish.
They're definitely slicing it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Like a Pokemon puzzle game, like a mystery game is the best Pokemon.
Like not an actual main Pokemon game, but
maybe visually okay.
Yeah, maybe visually, but I don't know.
That's what they mean. All right.
Shit, it's just look at this, man. It's just a Pikachu doing his thing, man.
A Pikachu solving crime.
Yeah, dog.
What in the actual fuck?
Hey, man, what can you ask for? This is what you're gonna get. All right. Next is Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS is being remade. I think that I liked it. I like Luigi's Mansion. I beat the first one, so I thought this was cool. I just wish it was for the Switch. Obviously. But this is fine too. They gotta keep pushing the 3DS. So
gotta keep it alive.
Gotta keep it alive. And next we got Kirby Star Allies, which is already out. Like I mentioned earlier, me and Adrian were playing it a little bit. It is good. It looks good. It's good. Kirby cannot do no wrong. After that is Okami HD for the Switch. After already being on the PC and PS4. And it sucks because I bought this for the PC and I would have liked it more for the Switch, and now and I bought it already, and then they're like, all right, here, we're going for the Switch now, and I was like, god damn it.
Why didn't you do this sooner?
Why couldn't you do it at the same time?
Like, why didn't you announce it when you announced the Switch? Damn it.
Fuck, man.
This would have been an easy cash grab.
It would have, bruh. But that's happening. So it's still happening. Still cool.
What the fuck? Sushi Striker, the way of Sushiro.
Yeah, so we got some sushi. Apparently this was a game that's being either remastered or something.
What the fuck?
Or this is the second game. I don't know, bro. I honestly can't tell you much about this.
Whatever, it's weird.
It's about some sushi game where you cook sushi or something.
Ninja.
Yeah. After that, we got Octopath Traveler.
Oh yeah.
We
remember we played that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you watch our stuff on our channel, we played the demo of this. It was good. We had fun. So I'm glad that it's actually coming out pretty soon, in May. It's coming out real soon, bro. So that's exciting, bro. It looks nice. It looks good, and it looks like a good RPG, bro. Mm-hmm. After that, we got Captain Toad, the Treasure Tractor.
Good old Captain Toad, the only Toad. This actually, I lied, not the only, the second best Toad. Actually, correction, the third. What? No, the original.
Oh well.
In terms of of course he got his own game, so of course he's the best one.
They thought he was the one.
But the man himself getting his back at it, he's coming back at it again to get those stars.
Yeah. To collect all the diamonds.
He's getting the diamonds.
The stars.
He ran out of the green stars. I gotta make money.
I need diamonds.
I'm trying to get rich.
I'm
trying to get rich.
I think he gets both actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're putting this on the Switch now, and they're adding, of course, the Mario Odyssey worlds and stuff. So that's neat. That's neat. That's all I gotta really say. I mean, I've seen people play, but that's about it. I mean, it looks like a cool like puzzle run around game, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Crash. Speaking of Crash, doing good. It's gonna be on the Switch, and shit. Like I said, there's not much to say besides the fact that that's cool. Crash is good. So, and it's gonna be portable. Like legit, every game that is being talked about, most of them will be portable. So that's the good feature about the Switch. So this will be portable. You can take Crash wherever you want, and you can do his fucking silly faces while you're on a bus or something. After that, we got South Park.
The Fractured Butthole will be released. Will be ported to the Switch as well.
Yeah. I played some of the first game. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, neither did
But
I.
I enjoyed it for most of it.
For most of it, yeah. So it's neat that this is getting there, but they gotta. I guess you would assume that at some point they would get the first game on there too. But it's cool to see a lot of the third party games are being put onto the system, and that's kind of the good thing about this Nintendo Direct is like, yeah, people are now they're here, they're here to stay. We got some Dark Souls remastered amiibo announced, I guess, of Solaire doing his praise the sun shit. Amiibos are amiibos for me. That's cool. I mean, if you like amiibos, you like Dark Souls, here you go. After that, we got Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, which is cool because Travis is kind of like No More Heroes is kind of like a niche game, and it's still around, but not. It's not a full game. It looks like a kind of like an arcadey game, but who knows? Maybe we might see a full one later. But the No More Hero games are pretty. I think they're good, right?
They're good, just super
underrated. Yeah.
It was one of those. It's like after like the Wii, it's like, oh yeah, you played like how you normally talk about Red Steel.
Yeah, Red Steel.
It'll be like that.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's like you were talking about, yo, you play No More Heroes. Like what?
Yeah, it was one of those things.
It was one of those good games, but not really.
But not
people touched them.
Not really. Nobody noticed. Yeah. So here it is. That's cool. Hopefully we'll get a main game, and hopefully people will get into it now because more people are more acceptable for these weird games now. We got Little Nightmares being ported to the Switch. That's cool. It's a cool puzzle game with some weird ass shit in it. We got Undertale, which everybody loves. We don't really have to say much about it, but that's neat. We got Hyrule Warriors. Is also coming to the Switch, being ported, which is
cool
because that was out of all the Dynasty Warrior type, like what are they called? Muso games. Yeah, this one was probably the one I liked the most, and that obviously interests me the most because, of course, Legend of Zelda. So that's neat. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That was the Nintendo Direct right there for you. Within 30 minutes or so. It wasn't bad, It was a good Nintendo Direct, I think. Especially, of course, because they fucking blew it out with Smash. And everyone's asshole just exploded.
Everyone had to poop 3 times.
They're like, God damn, Smash. Even I was like, what the hell? So yeah, there you go. That was that's all the news. So what is so now that we're done with the news, here we are we're gonna talk about what's gonna be happening. So pretty much on the channel, we're gonna continue playing Rogue Galaxy as we are, since it's gonna take us like fucking forever. Let's see. I mean, obviously we'll start a Let's Play a little bit later down the road, but for now we're trying to focus on Rogue Galaxy. And as for Cuphead and Final Fantasy 3, they will be coming back, but it's gonna be a minute.
In the meantime, though, in terms of like how everything works, dude. So the way I guess we'll talk about how production works.
Oh yeah.
We record differently. So Anthony picks 2 games to play, and then I pick 2 games to play, and then we're recording, and we both edit them. So the games Anthony's playing, he edits it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the game I play, I edit.
Yeah.
So I'm in charge of Cuphead and Final Fantasy 3, and right now Anthony's only in charge of Rogue Galaxy until he picks another
Yeah,
game
that's
to
what
play.
I was working on Evil Within and Rogue Galaxy, but as you know, well, as the time of this podcast come out, it's not done yet, but we are actually done with Evil Within. I think the last episode will come out on the 13th of April, so there you go. Yeah, so I was working on those games, but now it's just Rogue Galaxy, and eventually, I'll work on another Let's Play. But yeah, and Adrian, like you said.
So as I was saying, so pretty much now, since I'm in charge of Cuphead and Final Fantasy 3, it's gonna be a bit, for financial reasons, it's gonna be a bit, probably, I'd say probably be like a good month. So probably like the next month, that's when you'll start seeing Cuphead again. But in the meantime, though, I will be streaming on Twitch for in the meantime, just to hold off that month. So just to start something there.
Yeah.
While Cuphead and Final Fantasy's on hiatus.
So you're gonna start streaming, right?
Yep.
What will you be streaming?
For now, I'll be streaming the mobile game Dissidia Opera, whatever.
Hard to say word.
Hard to say word. I'm hip. Just Dissidia Final Fantasy 00.
Okay.
That on pretty much on iOS, Android. You can get it on your tablet too, and I'll be streaming that using the screen recorder.
Yeah, that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, so I'll just be streaming that on Twitch. It's a little bit choppy, so I might have to upgrade a computer later, but not for now. It's not too bad quality, but I'll just be there chilling, hanging out. So if you just want to, I'll be starting tomorrow around like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to come over, say what's up, I'll be there.
Yeah. What is your is this gonna be on Twitch?
Twitch.tv/Ninja95. They'll most likely if you can put a title card in the.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the description. As you can see on the screen, if there's like certain obviously like there's gonna be certain things that aren't on the screen as of right now. So that's why I wrote like there's in the description there's gonna be more. And that's where I'll be putting extra information like sometimes maybe the song that I'll be playing at like maybe the end of a podcast, or a link to Adrian's Twitch or anything else of his, and where I'll be putting anything else of mine, such as my Twitter at uninvited AKM. So yeah, if you want more of the extra stuff, it'll be down in the description below. Yeah, so is that pretty much what's going on?
Yeah, that's pretty much the update for now.
Okay. Is there anything you're looking forward to as of the next month of April?
For video game wise, not
that you can think of.
That I can think of, no. I have to look back.
Yeah, you'd have to look upon it.
Yeah, I had to look back on that. That's not really, unless I'd be like, oh, there's that. But it's like,
yeah.
Honestly, for real, at this point, I'm not. It sucks to say, but I'm not hyped for like anything they say on Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not gonna get hyped anymore. It's like I just want the game to come out already.
Yeah.
Like I just want the game to come out and be like, it finally came out.
It finally did, yeah.
So it'd be like, all right, cool, it came out. Now I'm interested.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, pretty much. I will not be streaming because I don't have a stream. Maybe later on in the future, who knows? But yeah, like I said, if I'll be on. I have a Twitter at uninvited AKM. There'll be times where I'll post stuff, maybe I won't. It depends on how I'm feeling. And as to the things I'm looking forward to, obviously the newer seasons of like the newer animes that are coming around now, since this past season is pretty much done. Yeah, I don't think there's too much I can think of right now as to anything that's coming out in April. In terms of gaming, but I will. I'm probably just gonna focus on games, and stuff of that sort, on my own time. Maybe I might play Ni no Kuni since I bought that, like I said. and a lot of games that I started but not finished, like Danganronpa 3 and like the Red String Club. There's a lot of games that are you know, that I haven't finished that I started, and obviously I'll be continuing, Monster Hunter and Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. So that's neat. Yeah, I guess. What else is there anything else that needs to be said? Yeah, I think that's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so there you have it. That's the first podcast, everybody. Like I said, there'll be links and stuff in the description below, and yeah, shit. That's it, everybody. I guess we're done here.
Yep.
Yeah. So
if you were willing to sit around for that long amount of time, we thank you for the company.
Oh yeah.
Hope you had a good listen. Hope you had a good laugh.
Obviously, like
if you liked it, cool. And if you hated it, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Then
also, yeah, like like I mentioned in the beginning, this is our first podcast, so it's like it's a little bit harder, and we're just trying to get used to it. But hopefully, as time goes on, we'll get better or worse depending on what you like. And as for now, our podcasts are only going to be on YouTube, but hopefully later on we could expand upon putting our podcasts in other places such as like Spotify, iTunes, maybe even like SoundCloud. But for now it's going to be on YouTube, and that's where we're going to be putting our podcasts in. That's where you can obviously see the articles and stuff as we put them up, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Yeah, we did it. We did it. That one's the first one's done.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye.
Shit.
Nobody